How embarrassing for me. I made a noise into the microphone before the, allocated time. Half of me has half of mine to go back and scratch it. But then the other part of my brain knows then I'll have to delete a file, restart this over, and God knows I wouldn't want to spend one more fucking minute with you people. Get out! I love you. I think you're all great. Thanks for being here. I'm not on any medications, and I think it's I'm a Christian Scientist, so I'm pretty against all that kind of stuff. I don't put any Adleave or ibuprofen in my system whatsoever. Thanks for being here. Love you long time. It's been almost 7 goddamn years. Scott Bowser is in studio. Hi, Scotty.
What's up?
Comedian Scoot Howitzer. Fuck, why can I never get this to work?
You got my social media handles right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Scoot Howitzer.
Scoot Howitzer. Go ahead and give him
that sounds like some sort of weird German gun.
Excuse you? Oh, Scoot Howitzer.
It's a Scoot Howitzer. I shot the man in cold blood with a Scoot Howitzer.
How have you been? It's been a minute. I've been with other people. You've been with other people.
I've been good. I live out here in Las Vegas now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
For 2 years.
Yeah, it'll be 2 years in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's nuts. And you're a weedman now?
Yeah, I work in the cannabis business.
Yeah.
And I still do comedy and stuff. I haven't done stand-up in a while.
But this is like a legit thing when you say you're in the cannabis business. This is like when people can like legit be in the cannabis business now. It's not like a shady thing.
Yeah,
Where like you have to like tell your mom.
I used to work like under the table cannabis shops. And like one was like rated by the DEA because basically I don't think my headphones are quite. Like you might want to give me a little bit more.
You want them up?
Yeah, give me a little bit more.
Yeah, I like people to wait 30 minutes into a show before they say.
Well, yeah, no, there it is.
How's that?
That sounds great. That sounds.
You want it way louder? How loud do you want it?
Like right there was good. Right there.
Don't think we don't have enough money to turn it up.
Yeah,
because we've got it.
No, I was in a DEA raid where.
Okay, it's fucking 3 minutes into the goddamn show, and you just already with DEA raids. Welcome to the program, everybody. It's a Saturday night. We've chosen not to drink, but apparently the law is involved.
Well, the guy was pretending to be a ministry instead of actually a pot shop, and that'll get you busted every time.
Well, I mean, isn't all weed a ministry?
I guess so.
Isn't all weed a blessing?
It's a sacrament. Yeah, it's a blessing.
A blessing and surprise. Thanks so much for choosing to spend your time. I know you have a lot of choices on a Saturday night. Don't forget to visit our store. Let me just get some business right out of the way. Don't forget to visit our store. We've got a lot of hot new items over there.
Ooh, wow.
Shirts and hats. We've got the new red hot and the white hot hats. And we have 4 new shirts. Okay. So I don't want to see you walking around in old logo merchandise. Okay, we switched our logo. It's been almost a year now. And when I see Adam Dominguez walking around town in his, 2019 logoed NLO hat, it makes my heart hurt. Because most of the time I give these away to comedians. So please go buy one. And they are expensive, and most of the money does go to drugs. But they're legal. We just talked about how there's no shame in that anymore, right?
No.
And then also, it's a YouTube channel. So give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us a thumbs down. This isn't even live. Why would you fucking say that to me?
This is
you
live.
Piece of shit.
Why would someone say that?
Mm-hmm. That's hurtful.
That's insulting.
Spooky Sammy says this isn't even live.
Spooky Sammy?
Yeah, I think that's very rude.
They must be scared of the, maybe there's a 2-second delay or something here, but I don't say what's
I doubt it. I think it's all working fine. I think they're fucking with us.
Wow.
Scott, what do you've quit comedy. This is a theme I'm noticing among comedians.
Well, I just don't really do I haven't done stand-up in a while.
So you wouldn't call that quitting comedy?
No, because I still do podcasts.
Okay. I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
You can be not a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Now, but here's the thing. I heard you do a podcast with our old buddy Mike Burns.
Yeah.
Who's also a quitter. And I was talking to him recently, actually, because he joined Telegram. You know this messaging app, Telegram?
No, I don't know that one. I know
this
Signal.
is what everybody's moving to, Signal and Telegram from WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
You know, and from iMessage and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was messaging me. He said that he wanted to come check out the Circa Sportsbook.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be? That's supposed to be
That's
the
supposed to be
biggest
the new
in the
hot
world
spot.
now?
Yeah, they just opened last
Westgate was the
October.
biggest in the world in Vegas.
Well, combined with their pool, because their pool's now set up to be as part of the sports book.
How does that work?
So they have like
I think the tickets would get wet.
Yeah. Well, it's like the stadium TV set up over the swimming pool area.
Right. Okay.
So like that's like an extension of it. And
Can
it's
you like
connected.
swim up and place bets?
I think you can.
That's
dude.
pretty dope.
I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, why set all that up and not have that feature?
I think it's a great feature for really close games. You know, when you want to piss yourself. You know,
just sit there and pee the whole game.
Yeah, you got mortgages riding on this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you don't have to be embarrassed when you're just running down your leg in overtime.
Yeah.
I don't know how hockey works.
I mean,
hockey has overtime.
Yeah.
It's sudden death.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. It's nail biting. I like hockey overtime.
Hockey, especially in the playoffs, where they have to when they go like double, triple overtime.
I think they should be in overtime. They should be able to take the blades off their skates and put them on the end of their sticks.
Just
no padding.
Just open it up a little.
Yeah, I mean, you'd see. First of all, you'd see a lot less, body checking. No one's coming near you.
That's why they normally play like 4-on-4 in overtime. So
wielding a stick around with blade on it. Look, I'm not a sportsman.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what makes you a sportsman over me. Neither one of us look athletic.
No, I was a varsity athlete.
Okay, but look, those times are over, and now we're both on the same team.
We're definitely
failure.
Yes,
we're both on a bench of life.
We're two large men that derive our time sitting in chairs.
No,
Talking
you're not though. But first of all, I'm my new large self. I feel like way better than my old large self. I was much larger.
You were. You look good.
But I've also been much thinner in the past 5 years, and the pandemic has been a roller coaster for me.
Me too.
I was doing really well about 6 months ago. I was really down. And then,
I've gained about 40 pounds in the pandemic.
Jesus Christ. What was her name?
Claudia.
Schiffler?
Blood clot.
Clotier. It's
Yeah,
French.
It's French.
Inspector Clotier. That's a good one. That's deep. That's a literature joke.
Deep cut.
Is Patrick Melton really just Josh Denny in a fat suit? That's why I oughta. Bowser looks like a healthier version of Patrick. That seems mean.
That does seem mean.
First of all, he has more gray in his beard. Where has he been? Out to sea?
I'm chiseled. I'm distinguished.
Chiseled?
I'm distinguished.
Chiseled, you said.
Chiseled, yeah. I got a chiseled jaw.
First of all, if you were chiseled like an ice sculpture, it's been melting. It's all the edges are smoothed down. Add Scott's merch to the shop. Make a onion strain. I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, let's make a nobody likes onions weed strain.
I got a buddy who claims he has a guy that grows weed that smells just like onions, and it's like the best weed ever.
I feel like that would be a nightmare. Can you imagine? Like, first of all, this goes up there with beer snobs. I don't believe you like it. I don't think you get it. I don't think you know what you're talking about. I think you like the way you look, pretending to know the things about the things. And look, I know you're going to get offended at this as a botanist now. I get it. You're into growing herb.
I'm a connoisseur, I guess.
You're not.
What do you mean?
I don't think there's anything to. I think it's like the wine industry. Nobody knows. We're all just guessing terpenes.
Well,
nobody knows. That's not a
lab.
real thing. There's no lab. It's a guy. What are they doing in that truck?
I don't know. These state people are shady.
You're sending it off to the lab. Let me tell you something, and this is advice for anyone in any industry, in any business ever. There is no such thing as a lab. They're not doing anything.
Nothing in the lab?
They're laughing at you. They're opening a box over a garbage can, and they're firing off a couple emails.
I went to the lab today.
What is in the lab? Describe it to me.
They gave me today, not that lab. I went to
open it up. It's like a Willy Wonka's Wonderland of weed.
I got an ultrasound today.
With me. You got an ultrasound lab.
So I got to see my heart on a monitor and beating.
How do you even know that's yours? That's an animated GIF peanut butter.
They're holding the thing up against my chest.
They show that to everyone.
It's the same. It's just the
they
same.
Did that? Didn't like 2020 do an expose years ago where they were like they caught this doctor just showing everybody the same slide of a tumor.
Oh, dude, that's a dirty racket right there.
Yeah. Just tell young girls they're pregnant. Oh, you better come in. We'll do the procedure.
Yeah, come on in.
I like that. N'abortions. N'abortions.
N'abortions?
Yeah, you're not really doing anything, but you're charging them for it.
Ah. You're putting a doubt in their mind?
I like that as a business model. You come in, before we know you're pregnant, you pay half price for an abortion. It's Schrodinger's abortion.
It's like an abortion on layaway?
No, look, this is a gambling town. You're a gambling man, right?
I like to gamble, yeah.
Let's go into Planned Parenthood. Okay. And let's call it Gambling Parenthood. Okay. And we go in. How much is an abortion? $400?
I'm guessing.
I've heard.
That sounds about right.
You go in there. They're like, guess what? It's Vegas. We like to do things a little bit different here. $200 before we even run the test to see if you're pregnant.
And you get a buffet ticket.
Yeah. You get a free ride on the high roller.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm on board. But you have to buy the baby's ticket separately if you decide to keep it.
Yeah, if you decide to keep it, the baby has to pay full price at the buffet.
And bar. Even though it's not old enough to drink.
Yeah.
That's how they always get you. You're out of your mind if you don't think NLO weed would sell. I haven't met a fan that doesn't smoke weed besides me. I don't know. But how do you partner with a weed
company?
Yeah, weed company to sell a strain. I think you have to prove you're an influencer of enough caliber in a specific area of marketability.
Yeah. And you would need it would help too if you came into the table with your own genetics and had your own thing and said, hey, I don't have the ability to mass produce this quite right. I'd like to give you guys the genetics and we'll work something out with this strain.
Yeah, but how do I look, as a guy who just bought a golden doodle.
Golden doodle?
Brad, you met her downstairs.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about genetics. I think she's a dud. I kick her all the time. She just sits there. She's an idiot. I've stomped on her head.
Well, it's like you were saying earlier, most of these strains now are hybrids. So it's like knowing which of the older plants, the old genetics that have been used to create these new ones.
Who's doing this? And if you say the lab.
No. This is more like growers, passing the info down to each other.
The nympho.
The weed growing culture, especially on the West Coast, like in Northern California especially, is a pretty tight-knit community where people share.
But how do you even, don't they only sell, you have all your strains are created to only, is my car alarm going on?
That might be my car alarm.
Oh man, you're so dead. Let's see. No, I don't know what's going on. Oh, well. Look, I don't like that car anyway, and I've been wanting a reason to get a Tesla.
You want to get a Tesla?
I want a Tesla. So I can't afford a Tesla, but I want a Tesla.
Nah, dude, if you're going to go electric, get the electric Cadillac.
Get the fuck out of here.
You seen the electric Cadillac?
EQS or whatever it is. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It looks nice, okay? But it's not the future. It's a garbage. It's a distraction.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I get it.
It's it's flashy. I get it. A Tesla's not a luxury. They never pretended to be a luxury car.
No.
They're trying to be pretty middle of the road.
They're also trying to dig tunnels everywhere on the planet.
That's the boring company. That's a different man.
Okay.
It's the same man. Also, like I was thinking about this today. Elon, do you watch Saturday Night Live?
I don't.
You don't.
I don't watch that.
You and the rest of America. Brad is a terrible guard dog if they're stealing your car right now. People think my abortion thing is actually a better business plan than a joke. Do you think? Look, you come in. If you're not pregnant, you walk out the door sure that you're not pregnant for $200. If you are pregnant, you walk out the door sure that you're not pregnant for $200.
How about this?
Okay.
What if
I like that? You know what? I like the way your voice went up right there. It showed me confidence that you're sure yourself, and that this idea is going to be a banger.
How about there's a wheel and everybody gets to spend a fixed rate?
Oh.
And you spin the wheel and you get your fixed rate abortion off the wheel price.
Right, but you have to prepay.
Yeah.
And if you're not pregnant, we'll refund it.
We refund it. No, we take a little juice off the top, of course.
We put a hold on your card for $3,000. That's the highest price on the wheel.
Yeah.
And then whatever you spend, we back it down to that charge.
Yeah, no, see,
you spend $270. That's what we charge.
It's got to be an event, you know. You got to come in, spin the wheel.
Oh yeah. You got to make it a big. You got to make it a big spectacle. I hear what you're saying. You know? I get it. Yeah,
this is Vegas. We need some razzle dazzle.
We need some flamingo girls.
Maybe we hire Carrot Top.
Yeah, props. I've always
Gallagher.
You know what I've always said about abortions? Not enough props.
Not enough props during abortions.
Or crowd work.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind, Gallagher either. Not enough watermelon smashing during abortions.
Brad sold the info about your car to your neighbor's hummingbird who hangs out at the local apartment building. Okay, you might want to get to a doctor. I think you're having a stroke.
Yeah.
That had like 7 different streams of thought.
That went a lot of ways. They wouldn't, at my place, then the homeowners association place I live in, they made me take down the hummingbird feeder.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know how big these hummingbirds? I was looking at them, and I was thinking about, this is where my brain goes, but I was like, man, if you had to make hummingbirds into a cereal, like it would take so many hummingbirds. They're so little. People don't realize this.
They're pretty. They're like big. They're like moths.
Yeah, they look like moths. I mean, if you they come in my backyard at night a lot.
Okay.
And I'm sitting out there with the stupid fucking dog because she doesn't understand that's where we piss. So I have to sit out sometimes hours. But I just sit out there with her and I'm watching these hummingbirds around the flower. Like they're fucking little night ninjas.
Yeah. They just,
and they're
get bats
so
over here?
still. I hope not.
It's like I'm surprised because there's some empty kind of area near you here.
Look, I think there's bats probably anywhere where there's rock, like cavernous areas for them to be. Because where else?
I've seen them over kind of by my area.
But where do they sleep at night? They have to have like a cave to go into. Or people get these bat boxes now for their backyards. Have you seen this?
No.
You can like build. They're like 4 foot by 4 foot, and they're like that wide. They're like super narrow, and they only have an opening at the bottom. The bats go up.
It's a goth pigeon coop.
Well, people like them because they, you never see them. They come out, once a day, and they come back once a day.
They kill insects,
and they keep your yard mosquito free, fly free. So it's kind of nice, I guess.
If you're a creepy goth,
but how many bats
coop person
does it take to carry away a dog? I'm worried about that. I've seen videos at parks of like.
They're not, bats are pretty tiny. They're like that. I mean, they're only like that big.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't think they're bad people.
I just don't want them at my house. Okay?
Look, I don't think they're bat people.
Bat. Is that how you become a Batman? You build a bat box in your backyard?
I'm not going to let you do that joke on this program. I won't sit here and take it. You mentioned Signal. This is great. This is one news story I did want to talk about today.
All right.
Signal bought a bunch of ads on Instagram showing you what's publicly available from Instagram's open graph, like what does Facebook know about you, basically.
Okay.
Is what we're learning. And these are, so imagine this ad popping up in your Instagram or your Facebook feed. You got this ad because you're a K-pop loving chemical engineer. This ad glues your location to see you're in Berlin. You have a new baby and just moved, and you're feeling those pregnancy exercises lately. Like, that's what they can build about you. Like, it's crazy to hear it in plain language.
Yeah.
Like, one of the great ones here, this one is nuts. You got this ad because you're a GP, general practitioner, with a master's in art history, also divorced in London. Your online activity shows you've been getting into boxing, and you're probably getting there on your new motorcycle. Like,
who's got the time to get there, become a general practitioner, doctor? And
that's what a GP is, right?
Yeah, you're like right, general practitioner.
But look at these ads are creep. If this popped up in your feed,
yeah, that'd be crazy.
You got this ad because you're a newlywed Pilates instructor and you're cartoon crazy. This ad shows that you live in La Jolla. You're into parenting blogs and thinking about LGBTQ adoption.
Oh, wow.
Like, they're very specific.
I'd like to see like a really depressing one. Like, you got this ad because you poke dead animals behind the local liquor store.
Right.
And eat a can of beans once a week to nourish yourself.
Yeah, you got this ad because we noticed you're suicidal and probably a danger to others around you. Click here for help immediately. Wait a minute. Why do I see all the ads for rope, duct tape, and rope in my feed? According to Patreon, Scott makes $21 a month.
Wow.
Why are people looking that up about you?
I mean, yeah,
that's fucked up, Scott.
I mean, if you guys want to donate to my Patreon, go for it.
You do a podcast. Tell people about your podcast, because I listened, because I haven't listened to it. I'll be honest with you, but I did listen to it the other day because I like to do research, on my guests.
Yeah,
and I listened to the episode with you and Mike Burns. I thought it was very fun.
Yeah. I've been. I was like kind of bored during pandemic, especially, and kind of wanted to catch up with all my old LA comedy friends and whatnot. Yeah. I just kind of started a show where I started talking to one or two a week. And
how's it going?
It's a lot of fun. I'm having fun.
Is this your first podcast?
No, I did one years ago called Scotty Mouth.
What is with everybody? Like, my tagline, I think, on Instagram now is we've been around since your favorite comedian started their last 3 podcasts.
Well, for me, it was...
But, like, it is a thing where these comedians, like, get... 10 to 30 episodes into a podcast and they're done. They just can't even.
Because before I had access to
including
studio.
your buddy Mike Burns.
Mike Burns, yeah, he's had a couple.
Him and Brido used to come in and do this gentleman's comebacks. They did no work. They come in, sit down, do the show. I'm putting it up. I'm editing it. At some point, couldn't make the trip. Couldn't make the trip.
Now, like I was on the Mike Burns episode, like you listen to. With the Zoom H6, like you use yourself on the road,
yeah.
It's pretty easy to just do it yourself and edit. I don't know,
I've always used the Zoom recorders, a few iterations. They have an R16, which is more like a board, and it has 8 inputs on the back with sliders. It's more like a console, so you can do it like that and record independent channels the same way. Then I had the H4, which I'm sure you've seen. It's a smaller kind of version of the H6.
Yeah, that
H6 though. That's the sweet spot.
Yeah, dude.
That one's great, and especially with the
attachment piece
port on the back, where you can add all kinds of different shit.
You could really turn that thing into an 8-channel one, I think, if you do it right.
You hear that, kids? If you want to start a podcast, there's never been a better time. I'm sure your idea has never been done.
Yeah.
Don't start one.
No, it's funny.
Yeah, enough. But everyone doing one right now, you're grandfathered in. If you quit, you can never start another podcast.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll even let you start another podcast as long as you're doing one now.
I started a new one last night.
What the fuck is going on? Pitch this one. Let me hear it.
It's called Run, Rock, Run, the People's President podcast. And it's all about me and my buddy think The Rock should run for president.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's been rumors of this for a long time.
Yeah.
And don't you think the door's open now?
I think so.
I mean, Kanye, Trump, we could have anybody now.
Yep.
This could be.
There's a sweet spot
Caitlyn Jenner is running for governor of California. I want to slip my fucking wrists.
I know. I'm glad I live in Nevada now.
And I also love that she's a Republican, because nothing confuses super left people like a conundrum.
A conservative trans woman.
Yeah. They're just like, but
I want... Yeah, they really, really want the identity politics.
Yeah, it's so heavy. Because the other day we were watching on the show, we watched this. She was on The Masked Singer. Have you seen that video?
No.
It's so bad.
Oh God.
It is one of the worst things you've ever seen.
I'm not looking at that.
And it's also like, the whole premise of The Masked Singer is like, who could it be?
Yeah.
Who could it be? Meanwhile, it's TikToker, don't stop, on the party. I've got to pull it up. It's too good.
Okay.
You'll love it. And it's in my history. Caitlin.
Of course it is.
No, we just watched it. Masked Singer. Phoenix is unmasked as Caitlyn Jenner. Where do you see this?
Right now is. Oh man, this is happening.
Here it is.
Yeah.
The Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix! The rest of you.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
You have officially Hello. Oh, don't smile at me. I'm married. Go on now.
Person is known for their parents.
We know who it is.
Is Caitlyn Jenner.
Now, take it off.
This is so dumb.
So why did you decide?
A little crazy. We'll try anything. Life's short. You got to enjoy it.
Like, if you heard that voice, would you not know? This isn't the song, though.
I just want to say your performance
Hold
was
on.
so much fun. Like, I meant it when I said
Well,
it was
thank
a
you.
good time.
Thank you for having me. I will be on.
I don't want the
tomorrow.
extended
Don't feel
reveal.
sorry for me, but no, thank
Which
you.
one is it?
Let's hear it one more time.
Here we
They
go.
really dragged that out, huh?
This is so bad, dude.
Artist formerly known as the Phoenix,
Like, this is.
Caitlyn Jenner. Woo! Sing, baby.
If I saw this on acid, it would be the worst thing.
Like he did, he grabbed my glasses out the door, gonna see the city. Before I leave,
It's like a 4-year-old rap. The city.
When I leave for the
Oh,
night,
my.
I ain't coming back. I'm talking pedicures on my toes, right on all my clothes. Boys, roll up my
Like, do you understand? Going from being the greatest at something in the world to fizzling out like this, it's so hard to watch.
It's brutal.
Like, just go in dignity. Be trans even. When they call you to be on The Masked Singer, go, no, why would I do that?
why
I'm
would I-
not a singer. Listen.
You build me up, you break
Oh,
me
God.
down.
What's happening?
My heart it pounds, yeah, you got me. Put my hands up, put your hands up. Come on, everybody, put your hands up. And the party don't start till I walk
That's
in.
absolutely brutal.
And the party don't stop till I walk in.
Something about that costume with the mask off and just the head popping out now is 10 times more terrifying. It's like
It's so painful.
she looks like a He-Man villain.
Look, I don't want it. Like, I got nothing against trans people. I don't. This is a spectacle. This is a farcical, insane thing to put on.
Yeah, she looks like something out of the movie Willow.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's very. Yeah. I said that she looked like the creatures from M. Night Shyamalan's The Village.
She looks like.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those giant fingernails.
I was thinking she looks like if Natalie Portman's Queen Amidala character came back as a zombie years later.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that too. There's a lot of mashup, and I've never watched this show, but if this is what it is,
Yeah,
like there's a dancing snake on the screen right now. I don't know who that.
What? Yeah, what is that?
Here, what's the volume?
Try to put love through it, but we've built this right.
Who came up with this idea for a show?
That's just some like random. Like,
I've never seen The Masked Singer, but that's craziness.
Like what? Like coked out frat boy producer was like, "Hey, I got an idea for a show. We'll just put the weirdest costumes on." People.
What are we gonna do with all these Halloween costumes year round?
Yeah, I got an idea.
You know all these Halloween cities?
Let's make a bunch of reject celebrities do karaoke in a bunch of these old costumes.
We got all these Halloween party stores that open up in September, October. the rest of the year, we put celebrities in them, because here's the thing too. The more we keep lifting up and exalting these nobodies, and no offense to Caitlyn Jenner, but it's like, there's no reason for you to be on The Masked Singer right now.
Most people know her as a reality star, not an Olympic medalist.
Maybe.
I would say,
But I'd say that that's what we're churning out now is like more and more celebrities that aren't, they're pseudo celebrities. They're like, oh, the guy from that TikTok or Logan Paul or whatever. And in a lot of ways, they're bigger than, movie star celebrities. Like if you ask me, who can reach more people in 24 hours, Katherine Heigl or Jake Paul?
Yeah.
It's Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But if we put, if we had magnets and we had to like make status, I think we'd all be like, well, Katherine Heigl, she's clearly a star, a serious actress woman. It's like there's never been as many people into her as who are into the Pauls.
No.
Like, what is this world? It's crazy, man.
Well, it's like also you have the whole.
I don't know why I picked Katherine Heigl.
That's a really
but I think
weird.
it's a good. Well, I think it's a good pick because it's like this is somebody that could have popped and really been a big movie star. She had a chance.
Yeah.
And she did have a couple big movies, 27 Dresses or whatnot.
Knocked
Up. Yeah. So like, but it just didn't stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Didn't stick the landing.
But it rarely does for anybody. I mean, who are the biggest female stars? Jennifer Aniston and Sandra Bullock.
Back in like the 70s, like when there was people like that were just like celebrities for the point of being a celebrity, they would only be like on Hollywood squares and that's it. And then now though, these people get their own like series, like on Bravo.
Well, yeah, because we do a comp. Yeah. So and maybe the original perpetrators of this was like the Real World Road Rules Challenge.
Okay,
it's just like, hey, we got all these leftovers.
Yeah.
Let's say we throw them in a blender and make a whole new thing. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like leftovers on a sandwich.
Like it's like, hey, what's Theo Von been up to since he was on, the Road Rules or whatever he was on? And Theo's one of these guys who pivoted into stand up from reality stardom. I would say successfully. He's much more known for being a stand up now.
Yeah.
The same way The Rock is probably more known for being an actor, a movie star now
than a wrestler.
Yeah. There's probably a whole generation of people who don't even
realize he
wrestled, But the more and more we just crank out all these like little celebrities, big celebrities, whatever, we just have them and we have to like do something with them. So we like, hey, let's see who will put on a snake head.
And what's crazy
and sing Come On Eileen.
Look at all these
microphone.
Look at all these old timey celebrities because they all like did singing, acting, dancing lessons. They were all like multi-talented because they came up through the old studio system or whatever. And when Chris Christopherson died, I looked at his resume. He was a Gold Gloves boxer, a Rhodes Scholar to Oxford. Like in addition to being an Oscar-nominated actor and like a Grammy Award-winning musician. Like,
right.
It's an insane career that he did all those things. Like,
yeah, this is the same way I feel about Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
I like to put a button on all my great jokes.
Like how we know OJ for being in the Naked Gun movies, in addition to being a great football
from
player.
nothing else. And we know Kato from
the National Lampoon.
Isn't it funny to be like? Because I saw Kato in something recently.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember what now. Like I can't even fucking remember. Maybe it was just an interview or something. But it's like, imagine only being known because 2 people died near you.
Yeah, you're in the vicinity of a couple of murders. Like
I'd love to watch a murder.
Sean Green was telling me he did a stand-up show with him once and was hosting and brought him up. And he's like, "Hey, what do you want me to say as your credits?" kind of thing. And he's like,
"Hold on, Kato?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kato was gonna do comedy for a minute.
Yeah, Kato got into comedy for a bit there.
All these guys, John Mayer was gonna do stand-up.
Yeah.
You remember all these guys were like gonna do stand-up.
John Mayer did a show in like the Belly Room at the Comedy Store, I think.
Yeah, of course he did.
But Kato told Sean to bring him up.
He did a show in a lot of girls' belly rooms. from what I heard.
He wanted his credits to be like Current Affair, Larry King Live, like
What the fuck? Yeah. Court TV. Nancy Grace.
yeah, dude. I got all the big credits, dude.
Just angry fucking like jury podcasts.
Yeah, but see, I'm more down with Kato being like trying to get into stand up than like a guy like Jeremy Piven, who had like as much success as you can have as a TV actor.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like why do you need to get into stand up at that point?
Yeah, but then you see like people crossing the line. Like I don't know if there is a path anymore. Like I guess it started when like HBO and A&E and stuff started having things like Breaking Bad and Deadwood and The Sopranos and all the shows that felt all the dramas that felt like as good as a movie.
Yeah.
And then ironically movies feel like shit TV now.
Yeah. Like they've kind of like if you're a real serious filmmaker, you're thinking of pitching a prestige HBO show, not
right. So like in the back when you'd hear like Steve Buscemi or you know whoever the big movie stars were of the moment, Kevin Spacey's doing House of Cards or like so all that started happening, and then of course with Netflix and it moving on to there, it's like well now. I don't know what my fucking point was because you made me inhale a lot of wax stuff before the show. But my point is,
there's a lot of good TV.
No, that's not the fucking point. God damn it. Oh, there's not a path anymore that people can bounce TV to movies, movie to TV, and then the lines are even blurred even more when like Adam Sandler signs his next 4 movies are going to all be Netflix movies or whatever. It's like, so now these aren't even going to be in the theaters unless they think it has a shot at an Oscar to qualify. So like, it's just a weird, you used to look down at somebody like, oh, they're doing TV now. Yeah. And it's like, you just don't do that anymore.
It used to be TV was for people on their way up or on their way down.
Right. So you're a degenerate?
Yeah.
Gamblerman?
Mostly gambling.
How much are you gambling per week, would you say? Like every day, do you have something going or?
Not really right now. This is my off season.
What are you into? What's your?
I like mostly football and college basketball. So March Madness, so like September through April there. March Madness and stuff. That's kind of.
Not a baseball.
What I do is I take the money I made off March Madness usually, and I'll load it up on baseball future season long bets because those pay off right at the beginning of football season. So it's like a big cash injection for me.
Is this hobby or career? You're going to try to make money off
It's a hobby. You know, and I got a sponsorship for my show with my bookie. And so it's fun, you know, just kind of.
We'll edit that out.
I'm not going to give the promo
I'm kidding. No, give it out. I don't give a shit.
LSH if you want to get a 50% bonus.
Yeah, your podcast is called the Luck Stops Here podcast. For people who don't know, Scoot Howitzer. Check him out.
German shotgun manufacturer.
Yeah. But I don't do I don't do sports betting. Rarely do I get involved with sports betting. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I find it nerve-wracking.
See, here's what I like about it, especially living out here now with the apps.
I'll bet on the Super Bowl.
That's fun. Yeah, there's a lot of prop bets on the Super Bowl.
I look, I'd love to do it on the apps. I'd probably do it more on the apps, but they want you to like go in to set it up.
You got to set it up, yeah.
Like I can't.
But what I like about
I can't be walking into a place to set up an app.
I have one that's got like dollar minimums. So it's fun sometimes if I'm just sitting around watching TV at home and there's like something coming on. It's like, yeah, I'll throw $5 on this, $3
just to make it fun to watch.
Yeah, something, have a rooting interest in it now. Something I normally wouldn't care about. Or maybe I noticed 3 of those events on and I parlayed them together.
Instead of doing all that, like pull up a YouTube video on paramotoring or, you know, watch, get a skill.
I don't know. I also
learn how to make your own unleavened bread.
I like following markets with numbers. So whether it's crypto or the stock market or
yeah, it's so funny. I hear you and Mike Burns talking about cryptocurrency and stuff. And it's like, motherfuckers, I tried to tell you guys.
Yeah, you did. I know.
Everybody laughed.
Didn't really have the spending, like the extra.
You
cash
guys are like,
then.
I didn't have the extra cash. $100 would got you like 2 Bitcoin when I told you about it.
I know. And
would that? How much would that be today? 120 grand?
Yeah.
I didn't have it, boss.
I mean, $100 back then for me.
You know,
was a
you
lot
guys
of money.
always had money for beers and weed, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Just if I would have
The
just taken
tortoise and the hare, motherfuckers.
taken a weekend off of drinking, and I would have.
I wish I had it still. I blew it. I
blew
blew
it
it.
all.
Well, I blew it all. I lost it all. I was thinking about this today. You know, Dogecoin is I guess they're trying to get it to hit $1 tonight while Elon Musk is on
I got in at a nickel on
Saturday Night Live. Well, at one point I owned about 1.6 million Doge.
that. Oh wow.
I mean, it's so funny to hear people say I got it for a nickel. It's like you usually get like tens of thousands for a nickel.
Yeah.
It's nothing. And my buddy Jamie in Liverpool, he told me, he came up with this idea. He's like, we should get 1 million Dogecoin, and that way we can say we're millionaires. In some
sounds
currency,
fancy.
you're
Yeah.
a millionaire. And I like this. I was like, that's funny.
That's a very
I
good,
like
fun
that.
idea. Yeah.
So I set it up. I set up $1 million, or sorry, 1 million Doge. And I also had like 300 Litecoin. I had it all in this exchange called Coin MKT,
Okay.
and it was a U.S. company. They were sponsoring my podcast at the time that I was doing back then, the Bitcoin podcast. And I had like the CEO. This guy named Travis Squares, Skwers. I see you on Facebook, motherfucker.
Oh,
It's not a happy ending.
it's not happy. You don't have your 1 million Doge anymore.
So he one day I go to, like, I forget all about it. I think I moved to New York.
Okay.
And one day I go to log in and the site's like, oh, we've been bought out by another exchange. And I'm like, okay. And it's like, if you have an account, go here to this new exchange and like you'll, convert it or whatever. And like everybody's kind of been through that at some point in their life, right? You're like, got a bank card with somebody, or like, oh, we've been by Barclays and we've been bought by Chase or whatever, like this account with these cards or whatever. So I didn't think anything of it, and I go to log in and follow the instructions, and it won't let me. It's like, sorry, we don't allow U.S. customers. It's a Canadian exchange.
What?
So I'm like emailing them, like, all right, well then I just need to get my coins.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't help you. My money's just fucking gone. And, at the point it was like 20 Litecoin. I think they were $60 each, or 300 Litecoin. I think they were $60 each. It's a lot of money, but it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, I didn't pay a lot for it, at the time. And I've also lost. I formatted my phone. I had Bitcoin wallets with 1.3 Bitcoin, and just formatted my phone and forgot, like, to back up the wallet. I've lost so much Bitcoin just from dumb.
Did you hear about that?
I've
guy
given a
who-
lot away. I gave away $1 Bitcoin to a lot of people. There's a guy who helped us with our NLO app. I gave him a Bitcoin. I've given away a lot.
There's that guy that had like 300 million in Bitcoin. This is when it was at like 30,000, so it's like probably double that
on the
now.
hard drive in the dump.
Yes.
Yeah, it was even more than that, I think.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah, and he's paying to like dig up the
Dig up
dump.
the dump,
And it's like there's so many layers of ifs and buts. It's like, okay, you're counting on finding the drive, and then when you find the drive, you have to hope it's not crushed and the platters aren't damaged.
it's basically like,
And then like if it's been punctured, then there's water damage or rust damage on the
Yeah.
platters. If it's broken, the seal at all. And then even if that's not happened, that it's had no magnetic damage or scratching damage from clanking around in a dump and being compacted. Like, what do you, like, the odds are so against you ever being able to
not
read
getting
the
it.
data on this.
you pissed away $500 million or whatever. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, but then I would have had 1.6 million if it was worth $1 each, the Dogecoin.
Oh.
So it's a little painful. And then earlier this year, when it was fucking around, I think I bought it at like 0.5 cent or something and sold it when it was around 10 cent. And it was headed back down again.
Yeah.
And I was like, I made good on this. Like, you 20x your money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna get like, now I'm eating my ass, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, but like, that's the market. Like,
That's
you
how it
can't
Well, dude, you know what's a little safer that I've been kind of getting into is like the political.
anal.
Yeah, good old fashioned raw dog anal.
Oh God.
No, the political gambling markets on like predictit.org.
What is this?
Oh, dude, it's fun. So they have all kinds of different things from Scottish Parliament, dude, to Canadian seats.
Are these? Do you bet with Bitcoin on all these?
No, it's cash.
Okay.
You deposit cash. I do it on predictit.org, but I guess there's a few other sites that offer the same kind of stuff. But it's more like
.org that does for cash gambling.
Yeah.
And how do you deposit? Here's the other thing. All these services, and I remember this back from when you play like Full Tilt Poker and Poker Stars and shit legally in the United States. And I think you can still do Full Tilt Poker now in the U.S., but it's nothing. Certain states, Nevada, Jersey.
Yeah.
But either way, like, you go to like deposit money and you get sent to some shady, like, welcome to mycheckout.net. Like,
yeah,
you know, and it'd always be like,
site.
it's $9.95 to do this transaction. It's like, this feels weird.
Yeah, no.
This feels like a weird money site. Like, why not PayPal?
No, this one, it's like you do it, but it's more like almost like a stock market than it is like a gambling market. So you buy share, each event is basically worth $1. And you find event like, and so let's say it's the New York mayor race right now.
Right.
I think Andrew Yang's at like 60%.
Well, yeah, and you buy the share
You can
at
buy
a price
him at 60%
anywhere
right now.
between, yeah.
And then there's another guy at 27%.
And at the end, it either goes to $1 or zero.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, I think, during the presidential race. I think I saw some of that and almost got into it. It's just...
Yeah, I got in on it pretty good. I bought a bunch of shares at Trump when he was at like 30 cents and then flipped them on election night before they counted the
mail-in
ballots.
I mean, before they stole it.
And then I flipped them at like 70 cents that night and then rebought back and then flipped that again. So
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching that going like, this does not look good for Biden.
yeah.
What do you think about this? What do you think about the whole what's going on politically? Like, this country, we're at each other's goddamn throats. It's
pretty
so
funny.
insane.
It's pretty funny to me.
But
like,
it's madness, right? Like,
well, because it's a lot of people that have decided to let cable news dictate their thoughts, and whether it's MSNBC or Fox News or whatever. Like, it's like
fine. Well, yeah. I mean, and also, this is what I say about it. Like, no matter what, if you're arguing with somebody about the shit, you're doing what they want you to do.
exactly.
Like, there's a reason this country has two parties and no more than two parties.
Yeah.
And every time somebody, like Trump is, I guess, threatening to split the Republican Party and start the Patriot Party.
I've heard of that. That'd be pretty funny. Because
I wish it was, like, honestly, I wish there were 5 or 6, like
There should
Australia
be.
or England.
Yeah, like
It's like, God forbid we actually have, you know what I mean? We had, how many, 18 primary Republicans that Trump beat or whatever it was. Remember that?
Yep.
How cartoonish that stage was?
it was
They
ridiculous.
had to break it into like 2 nights.
No, and he was just like going through it, and like they didn't know how to handle him because he's just going like, Ted Cruz, your wife is fat, and your dad killed JFK. You know, Jeb Bush, your brother caused 9/11. Like
Low
bam,
energy,
bam, bam.
low energy Jeb.
Like he's dude, and it's like they couldn't handle like those gut punches right back at him.
Sleepy Jeb.
But like, but on some of these markets, dude, it's pretty funny. Like we're like right now, I'm handicapping the Republican 2024 primary field already because it's
Candy capping?
handicapping.
Oh, I was like,
Candy
I'm not
capping,
familiar
that's
with gay slang.
right. It's candy capping. That's where I put cocaine on my butthole.
Yeah, okay.
No, but it's like right now, if you look at all the no votes for it,
I'm toffee topping over here.
you're toffee topping.
Yeah.
If you add up all the no bets on it right now, they add up to more than the dollar's worth. So you start getting negative risk for if you bet equal shares on everybody on no, you make money just by like it pays you to place the shares.
All right, The Big Short.
Yeah. That's kind of what it is.
This guy's just coming up with his own algorithms and shit.
Yeah. So Scottish Parliament, I was noticing there was a chance to do that recently with the.
Oh, we got a lot of Scottish listeners.
So yeah, they just had their election this week, I believe. So.
A first past the post-election system will always become just a two-party system. You need some form of proportionate election system to get viable minor parties. What?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we should have a lot more parties. I agree.
I don't know what you're saying. I think what you're saying is like it almost like has to be mandated and created, and it's like it's almost impossible for a third party to rise up.
Yeah.
You almost have to go like, hey, you guys got to give 25% of your budget to this third party.
Well, I think
Like-
if a third party gets like 7% on the national presidential election vote, they then qualify to start getting the big like federal money that goes into the Democratic Republican parties right now. It would still be a small sliver of it, but like this that marker is what a third party really needs to hit to be viable.
Or I think you have to abolish the two parties there are and let everyone just start.
I mean, I feel like
from
they're just kind of eating each own assholes into eternity right now as it is.
It's just so funny that people think they're so different when at the core they're really.
No,
it's
all-
like
They're the same. Hey,
it's like, oh, is Syria still getting bombed?
yeah.
Are people still in cages at the borders?
Yeah, they're just called
This is
migrant.
like
Youth, they're just called migrant
right.
youth
It's just
facility
like
now.
this sounds like the same exact shit, idiots.
They just put a different name on it.
Oh, except the capital gains tax is going to be 41% or whatever the fuck he's going to make. I'm going to slit my wrists. I swear to God. How's it going to go from 15% to like 40%?
Well,
All right, 28, I guess, for the average
for
person.
the average person, yeah.
And if you're super rich, 41.
But that's only if it's under a year, right? Like if you hold it for over a year.
Short term?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But I think the long term will go up too. No, because the short term is like 20 now.
I think
Right?
the long term, you get a big fat break on it.
I don't know, but he wants to raise it all. And it's just like, so this is a guy who, like, during a pandemic, gave everyone $1,200, made everybody not work. like the government.
Yeah.
Not this guy, obviously, but like, we're just in like the worst fucked scenario
Yeah.
for like a society to be in. And everybody's just like, no, it's all good now.
Yep.
And it's like, because the blue team has the ball. And it's like, it still feels pretty shitty.
They're going to fumble it like they do every other
And like
time.
I know a lot of my friends who just like, why would I get a job? Like I'm getting $800 a week off unemployment. Like I have several friends who say that, which is insane to me.
But also, like, you have people right now that can't, like, especially here in Vegas, like, childcare is out of control and kids are out of school. So it's like, hey, I don't have, I can't go
it's
back
just-
to work.
It's the weirdest like way to like constantly fuck over.
You know, childcare in Vegas is 3 times the cost of rent here.
Why would you have a kid?
I don't, but for people that do that, it's like that's insane.
Yeah, and I hear they're watching them at the border for free.
For free.
Just drop them off. Pack a lunch. Get a hunch. A third party will always spoil the vote if you don't have transferable or ranked voting. It's always best to vote the largest party you agree with in a FPP system like in the US.
Because that's just the lesser of two evil system. Fuck that. Like, vote how your heart is. If there's someone you actually agree with, fucking vote for them, even if they have no chance.
In New Zealand, we can vote minor parties to give them more power in a coalition rather than have a single party that wins. Yeah, and don't they in Australia? Because they'll rank them. You'll go like,
Yeah, it's like
I want
choice.
this first. My second choice would be this. My third would be that, and that.
Did you
determines-
caucus here before the pandemic?
Excuse you?
Did you do the caucus here in Vegas?
I've never been to Sea Caucus.
Not sea caucus.
No. What does that mean? I don't even know what caucus means.
Because Nevada doesn't
I don't
have
watch
primaries.
The West Wing.
Doesn't have primaries. It's caucusing. And so,
Nevada does?
yeah.
And what
It's a ranked choice formula.
Caw.
Caw.
Okay.
But it's like a ranked choice thing, but if you like, I did it like early voting, so I just wrote it.
What
on a
is
slip.
it? You keep saying I did it. What
Okay.
is it?
You do a ranked choice thing. So I went in early. I filled out a slip and I put my ranked choices or whatever, and then I give them the thing. But if you want to show up to actual caucus day, it's basically people sit in a room with each other and go like the Bernie Sanders people, the Elizabeth Warren people, the Joe Biden people would all like sit there trying to get each other. Come over to us. And then once one of them's eliminated, hey, the people, their voters are left over, and you can try and win them over to your side or whatever. Or you can just turn in the ranked ballot choice. Like,
Yeah, okay, I got you now. So kind of like an open ballot
yeah.
type system, and they have to keep doing rounds.
They keep doing rounds until they get down to
somebody
one
wins.
person.
Right, okay.
instead of just a regular primary where someone might only get 6%, not 6% wasted. At least,
Yeah, that sounds like jumping in people to gang.
yeah, you got
This sounds
you
dangerous.
jumped into Tulsi Gabbard.
No, I don't like that stuff. No, I didn't vote last year. I was fully on the Democrats. I was like, yeah, like, because I'm not really a Trump fan.
I think he's hilarious. I'll say
policy wise, I don't really think he did anything that bad. Like, all the things that people hate Trump for are emotional based and rhetoric based.
You know what it is?
He misspeaks a lot. He types tweets. These aren't policy decisions.
No.
These aren't where the rubber meets the road.
It's because he's the first guy. It's because the establishment got really mad at him because he's the first guy to say the quiet parts out loud.
Right. He's Elon Musk.
Yeah, he's
political Elon Musk, not as smart.
No, he's like he's like basically got Tourette's.
And I don't look. I don't like. I do wish he had a little bit better emotional control, self control. I wish he was a little, better spoken.
I think
But
he says
when it comes to things like having pride in American stuff, and like people use that, like, yeah, you idiot, like, you're such a patriotic piece of shit. It's like,
Yeah.
when I was growing up, like, I don't know how old are you? I'm 41. So
42.
it's like, why is it bad to like love your country and want your country to be great and do like take the "Make America Great Again" hat out of it? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just talking about patriotism in general. It's really like trendy now to just like shit on America. And it's like, I really don't understand it, because when you talk to people about it, it's always like slavery or like we don't let brown people in. And it's just like, we were one of the last peoples on earth to implement slavery. We were one of the first peoples on earth to abolish slavery. We didn't commit it in near the numbers of a lot of other people. And, granted, it was a mistake, but like, why are we like constantly beating this drum of shame? It's like Catholics, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, what is this obsession you have with like making America awful? Like, oh, it's awful here today. Stop the Asian hates. Asians can't even walk down the road. I just did a whole rant on this, but it's like, what are you talking about? Where are you living?
Where
Asians are walking down the road everywhere.
Unless
But
Mark,
you love- but you
unless
love,
Mark
like-
Wahlberg's on the same street, that they should be saved.
But we are obsessed with beating that drum of like, it's, black people can't even, it's like, can't even what? What can't they do? Because I live next door to one. He's barbecuing right now,
Yeah.
and I don't have any hot dogs. So who's privileged?
Well, I feel like it's people have just been getting screwed over by the last 40 years since Reagan. People have been getting screwed over so much where it got to the point where people thought this reality show buffoon was better than any of the regular options that were out there.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like literally when you look at Biden and Kamala Harris, it's like, what an insult to capable, accomplished black women.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, we're just great. What are we, Saturday Night
Talk about-
Live? Like,
both of them just failed upward into the position.
Ego Odom, get over here. It's like, these are awful. Just the closest person, you're going to grab them.
But see-
and all the things they preach, like, look, everyone knows Kamala Harris's background in California and her record on like how she's treated black people. And
then
it's
she
just
goes,
like,
"Oh, Tupac."
Yeah, she laughs at all. It's like you're all delusional into thinking like this is better.
Yeah.
Like, these people are hurting you.
They just want the people to look right in the right jersey, in their right hat or whatever.
I like it. Let's all burn it down. I enjoy it.
I think that's a good idea.
I have I brought you a present because I know you're a sportsman.
Yeah, I love sports.
And you don't. So baseball is not your real passion.
No, baseball is probably my favorite.
Okay.
My dad was president of local baseball league growing up and shit.
I've come across these.
Okay, I'm excited to see these.
So I've set a camera up. I hope this works. Let's see.
Yeah, see, I got it right here in my hand.
Yeah. Okay. We got you a camera. I'd like you to just look at these and tell me if any of them are anything.
Okay, I'm seeing this one right now. I'm liking what I see with
Okay.
Okay, this is a few years in. This probably has
What is it?
This is a Mike Schmidt. Looks like a
Showed up to the cam. Yeah. Okay. Mike Schmidt. I don't know who that is.
Mike Schmidt.
He looks like a bit of a poofta.
He's the greatest third baseman to ever play the game.
Okay.
Member of the 500 home run club, 2-time MVP.
No, I wasn't there.
1980 World Series champion.
I was one.
This is his 1977 Topps card. And so, I mean, here's the thing is 72 is his rookie year. So that'd be the money year to have him. But a 77 Schmidt, it's coming off the year. Let's see what he did before. He hit 38 home runs. Damn,
There's a couple Mike Schmidts in there.
So this is right when he's starting to hit his peak. So this probably has a little bit of value there. I mean, that's not nothing. I would say that's at least like $25. If not like $50 or so.
Baller.
All
All right.
Here we go. Here, Carlton Fisk. Ooh.
Who's Carlton? These aren't real names.
Yeah, the Carlton Fisk is a legendary catcher.
Carlton Fist.
He had the record for home runs as a catcher when he retired, passed by Mike Piazza. I went to the game where Piazza tied that record, actually.
Nobody likes a bragger.
But this is an all-star card. So this is from what? He made his debut in 1969. He played until like 1994 or whatever, 1993, something like that. It was crazy. This is a 78 card, all-star card. I would say maybe this has like $2 value or whatever, $3 value. Like you're not looking much there because it's the all-star card, not like the regular team card of him on the Red Sox. Ooh, a George Brett. Ooh, young George Brett. I like
What does that mean? I don't like the way you said that.
Oh no.
Ooh, young George Brett.
Well, because like you can tell because he's. I mean, the younger they are on the card, the more the card's worth.
The younger they are.
You don't want the old man, the card of the old man in the final season because that's nothing. Okay, this is like what 76 George Brett. All right, this might have some value because he kind of bounced around the minors from 71 through 74 there. So this would be basically like his second full year in the majors. This one's could be up to $100, dude.
Okay.
So that one's pretty solid.
Fuck yeah.
Put those in the good pile.
I'm rich.
Thurman Munson. Now he had a tragic ending.
Scoot up a little so you're on camera there. Yeah, you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thurman Munson.
Munster. Herman Munster.
Herman Munster.
Yeah.
He was a power forward. Then turned. No, this guy died in a plane crash during the season. On an off day, he went home to Ohio to fly his plane and crashed it during the season and died. But he was a legendary Yankees captain. His cards are going for a lot right now. This is from the season before he died. A year the Yankees.
But none of these are in great shape.
Okay, well,
Right? I mean,
they're in a holder. So like they look.
they're in a holder.
I'm not seeing any tears or obvious.
We're not
creases
animals
or-
over here. Yeah.
I'm not seeing any like major damage to these things, but this one could have some value because especially it's a year the Yankees won the World Series, and Yankee fans will spend top dollar for the Richie Valens of the Yankees, so to speak.
All right, I got you.
All right, here we go. Carl Yastrzemski. Wow, the Yaz.
The Yaz.
The Yaz.
Is it?
Yeah, that was his nickname. This is about his 75 year. The Red Sox went to the World Series that year. This is like later in his career. So I'd say this might have some value with some Boston fans. That's a pretty good one. But Carl Yastrzemski, that's a 75.
Yeah, just set it down
tops.
on. See, there you go. So people can see the.
There we go, like that.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
What do we got next?
Ooh, we got one of my all-time favorites, Reggie Jackson. You might remember him from Naked Gun.
Yeah, I know that name. Him and OJ.
Him and OJ, both in Naked Gun.
Callbacks, baby.
That's what. All right, Reggie. This is a 76. This is right before he got traded from the A's and ended up going to the Yankees and becoming a World Series MVP there. That's a pretty solid one. So, hey, I would say all these are probably worth at least $20 so far.
Nice.
So,
I gotta pay for this dog.
okay, we got a real Carlton Fisk now.
Oh, okay. What
This-
does that mean?
Well, that was the other one with the All-Star card.
Oh, okay.
Those All-Star ones are kind of like the tacky,
I don't know.
like throwaways in the sets.
Gotcha.
This is his 76. So this is the year after he had his famous shot where might remember it in Goodwill Hunting, where he's like the guy's waving the home run ball. He's doing like the whole Robin Williams and Matt Damon have the big moment over it. Well,
No.
that's Carl.
I think sports are gay.
he has a very famous World Series home run. That's pretty solid. Ooh, dude, there's some good ones coming up here.
Somebody asked, are you going to praise his old Matchbox cars next?
I mean,
That'd be more interesting to me, honestly. I would be like, I used to have a whole bunch of micro machines, and this kid stole them.
really?
I'm really mad.
That sucks. I almost bought the Mad Max Fury Road Matchbox edition. It was like the entire fleet of the
Oh
car
my
chase.
God, just what you need.
Yeah, just make my living room a sand pit with all the cars in it and play in it all day.
Yeah.
Do acid.
Just a pussy repellent.
My girlfriend wouldn't like that too much.
Oh, damn it. Way to ruin my bit.
You got you. Tom Seaver, this is a 76 Mets card. That one's all right. He's a Hall of Famer. I mean, anytime you got a Hall of Famer card, it's good. This is right before I believe he got traded to the Reds. So it's one of the last years of him in a Mets card. And as I said, New York fans will pay top dollar for cards of their heroes. So it's not bad. 75 Johnny Bench here. Now, this is from Johnny Bench's peak year. I believe the 75 season, the Reds won the World Series, but it is the All-Star card. So it's probably not that much. I'm going to put this with the Carlton Fist pile. Or those are solid, but, you know, like they're all-star cards. I'm not going to...
I like how you have your glasses up on your head. You're like the old man who sold the Mogwai at the beginning of Gremlins. You like run a shop. You can tell everybody what stuff's...
I wish I had my jeweler's loop with me.
Yeah. It's fucking American Roadshow in here.
All right. There we go. Pete Rose, NL All-Star from 1977. I believe this was his last.
I had my third grade teacher was Pete Rose's sister-in-law. She would tell us all the time, like, my brother-in-law's Pete Rose. My brother-in-law's Pete Rose.
Wow. She
It's
seems like a real gem.
Like, let me know when he's in the Hall of Fame.
Bitch.
I know that reference.
Yeah.
Did he finally get in?
No.
Still to this day, they
He's
haven't
banned
let
for
this-
life, yeah.
Yeah, but they're gonna come off that. I feel like at some point.
I don't know. Shoeless Joe Jackson was never allowed in.
Clueless, Joe.
I mean, and Shoeless Joe was like, you know, the
Chonkless Joe Jackson.
Shoeless Joe's the guy that Babe Ruth based his game off of. So
Sandpit is his girlfriend's nickname when he takes out the baseball cards.
yeah. I don't actually have a card collection at home, but my dad was like really into this growing up. So like
Yeah, well, someone died and I was bequeathed these. I don't know.
yeah.
If
This is a
any of
Pete Rose
them-
All-Star card. Like All-Star cards are generally like, here's the thing is the actual cards of like big name players, they're hard to find. So what these card companies would do is overproduce these All-Star card versions of them. So it's a kid could have a Pete Rose card, but it's not the one the collectors are going for.
So the All-Star cards are worth less.
Worth a lot less, yeah.
Gotcha. Somebody said take him down to Chum Lee. yeah, we should go down to.
Now this is a very
Rick's.
banged up George Brett card. Oh dude, that sucks because this is like a George Brett rookie basically, or like his second year, but it's pretty banged up. So I would say that's probably pretty worthless. But
Is it a good rolling paper?
no, it might be good to put in your bike spokes. No, I was kidding. It probably got a few bucks. It's probably worth like $5-6 though, like because these.
I love that whoever owned these had the foresight to put them in cases, but only after they were torn to shit.
Yeah, they're beat to all hell. Like, oh, better hang on to this. Yeah, this one's another Pete Rose All-Star, banged up to shit. Here's the thing, though. Is, like in Vegas, Pete hangs in Vegas a lot. You could probably get him to sign these and then give him a little value.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how to open those. I don't have a bottle opener.
I would just have him use a Sharpie on the outside.
All right.
Then you got this Hank Aaron, 1973.
Hank Aaron, that's a famous man.
Yeah, he just died recently, too, so there's a little bit more value.
Ah, damn it.
Oh.
Sorry, Hank.
Sorry, Hammer and Hank. This is from the year he broke the all-time RBI record.
Runs batted
Runs
in.
batted in, yeah. So,
I know baseball.
So that one's cool. It's a little novelty card, but it's probably not got that much value because it's like a special record edition, like I said. Like, It's not the actual like Hank Aaron card.
Man.
And here's a Johnny Bench All-Star card.
Garbage.
Yeah, Johnny Bench
Johnny
for
Quest.
youngest 2-time MVP in history until Mike Trout, I believe. So that's a little trivia fact.
Mike Trout
Yeah, Mike Trout.
of the Beach Boys.
Yeah. Dennis Wilson. Yeah, this is a 76 bench all-star card. Probably not a lot of value. So I would say
Bench, not a great last name for a baseball player.
he's like the best catcher of all
Johnny
time.
Bench.
So I would say these ones on this stack probably worth something. These ones on this stack probably not.
Right. Okay. And then there's a whole bunch of other miscellaneous, but I don't know why you would choose to put some of those in.
Lou Brock. Now, if Mike Bridenstine was here, he'd probably go off on how Lou Brock's the worst player in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'd love to hear Bridenstine scream about baseball cards. Is he doing comedy or has he quit yet?
No, he does comedy.
Okay. Did he ever do comedy?
What's up?
Did he ever do comedy?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I'm kidding.
he's been on Comedy Central.
I'm kidding.
All right, so there's a Lou Brock card, and he just looks cool.
Yeah, he's been on Comedy Central, and Caitlyn Jenner won the Olympics, and now she's screeching in a bird costume.
The
at
world
Kim
works so
Jong.
mysteriously.
At Kim Jong. Like, what is going on?
Here's an all-time great baseball name here in Manny Mota.
Manny Mota.
Yeah. Another Lou Brock. Ooh, and Andre Dawson. This is a solid one.
Oh, with the creek.
Yeah, dude. That's a solid one. Dude, there's some solid ones in this pile.
So if someone kills all the guys still alive, will it increase the value of these baseball cards?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, should I get Pete Rose to sign my card and then murder him, and I have the last signed card by Pete Rose?
That's a power move. Turn it into
yes.
Then turn it into an NFT.
Fuck yes. A non-fungible trading card.
That's how you do it, dude.
You can't turn a physical object into an NFT. I mean, you can take a photo of it and make that an NFT.
That's what you do. Then
But you still have you burn the item?
you blow the original up.
What does that do? That doesn't accomplish anything. Is there anything in there? Is it all
There's
just
some
garbage?
decent ones, I think. Like I was just looking
Just
like
Daryl Strawberry.
like a Vita Blue. Like I like Rusty
Vita
Staub.
Blue?
Rusty Staub here's a funny looking dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Vita Blue, that guy. He had a huge drug problem, almost got kicked out of baseball.
I mean, why don't you make a stack of the ones that didn't? You talking about baseball players in the 70s?
yeah, I mean
They all had, keg bodies. It's like
ooh, Raleigh Fingers, dude. He had the old timey
Raleigh Fingers.
the old timey mustache.
Yeah, these are great.
I didn't know Willie McCovey played for the
Who could I?
Padres.
Maybe I have to take these down to like gold and silver pawn. Where do you take this kind? Could you take it to a general pawn shop? They're gonna go like, I'll give you 100 for all of them.
Yeah.
And take a shot.
I would put him individually on eBay.
Oh God, can you imagine?
That's a
Who
fun
has
part-time
the
job.
iCloud space to do that?
That's a fun part-time job.
Yeah, well, I guess that's why people, don't do it. I'd rather set them on fire. Maybe I'll put them on eBay. I don't know. You know what it was in this stuff though? Not just baseball cards. These like mint pressings of Soviet era coins. So I have like full sets of coins from like 76 and 77 of like Soviet Union.
Okay, this one might be worth something right
boy,
here.
God damn.
Gary Carter, a rookie card. He's a Hall of Fame catcher. That might be worth something.
Who?
Gary Carter.
And in what shape is it in?
It's in decent shape. Like it's not mint, but it's near
Better
mint,
shape
so-
than some of the ones in.
Some of these aren't in bad shape in this stack. So some of these are in better shape than the ones that are.
These are
saved.
ones in a Ziploc bag all together, and they're in better shape than the ones that are like, locked in carbonite.
Yeah, in the tomb of Tutankhamun.
And then somebody said like, "Oh, you got to get them like,
Dude, Don Sutton,
Graded.
another guy who just died.
fuck yeah." Are these tarot cards or?
Yeah, should I just Jim Palmer, you're next.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know this was going to be a depressing walk down the greats of yore.
What'd you think with 70s baseball cards? All these guys with
Yeah, I
popping
assume
amphetamines for
I
breakfast.
assume they drank egg yolks for breakfast, ate steaks, and smoked cigars.
Yeah, and they popped a lot of amphetamines.
Yeah, definitely. Just full on horse
pills.
tranks.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they were.
They were just letting it rip.
Yeah, yeah.
Tug McGraw, country artist Tim McGraw.
Tug McGraw.
Tim McGraw's father.
Yeah.
Tug's a great name, though. How do you earn that name?
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like if
tugging
you're
your dick
Tug
off?
McGraw, you got made fun of. You got beat in high school.
You definitely got. Or did
Tug McRaw.
Tug McGraw.
Tug and Raw are in your name.
Tug it raw.
Right. Tug me raw.
Bud Harrelson looks like Art Garfunkel lost in a fucking buddy like baseball.
Bud
comedy.
Harrelson is wanted in 7 states.
Like, look at him. He looks like kind of like Art Garfunkel without the fro.
Bud. Yeah, I like him.
Oh,
That's like a wholesome. That's like a picture of a high school kid playing.
dude, George Foster. I don't know if you can zoom in there. Those sideburns are incredible.
I can't zoom.
Oh yeah. Here I can.
Hold on, I can zoom. It. Hold on. Just put it back in the stack. I'll handle it. This is gonna take some maneuvering, but I'll
Dealing from the bottom of the deck here.
we have the technology. That's not a great zoom, but whatever.
Those are some killer sideburns, I gotta say. Like,
I don't know, man. Baseball fashion has always been a weird evolution.
oh yeah, dude. I mean, they used to wear the baggy ass pants with like the little like short billed hats.
And baseball's always been kind of a eastbound and down type of body.
Oh yeah.
Like where you could get away with like just being not quite in shape.
Yeah.
But as long as you had like the power behind your arm,
yeah, as long as you could
either
throw
throwing
hard
or
hit.
just slamming it out of the park without question, like you could have a career.
Yep.
And it's like these guys are just like smoking, chain smoking. They're into whores and meth and horse meth.
horse meth. They're good, the good stuff. Not that
But they performed like machines. I don't understand it.
and dude, they play 162 games a year. That's insane.
It's too much. Baseball's the dumbest sport to me. I don't understand
They
it.
play like 162 games in like 180
It's
days or
so
whatever.
dumb and boring. I hate it. I'm mad at the card. Like just seeing these guys on cards is upsetting me.
There's a bunch of like weird scrubs here.
What?
Yeah, there's some scrubs. Dave Johnson. I don't not know who this guy is. Like,
All these names are like just like car salesmen.
yeah. Oh, it's not
Dave
Steve Garvey.
Johnson.
Steve Garvey was like a legend, and there's a hole in the Steve Garvey card. So
All right. Well, I think you've done what I wanted you to do. Tell
Yeah.
me that none of them are really good.
no, dude, this stack right here is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, and there's actually a few good ones in here.
I
what
mean-
I would do is write down the names of these guys, and just say you have cards of these guys and the names, and see what people would. bid.
Yeah. Is anybody on a sports forum? Let me know, okay? Comment below. If any of these cards you feel like, oh, I could get into that and you want to go for them, email me. baseballgarbage@nobodylikesonions.com. Just hit me up there. I would love for you to take some of these off my hands.
Yeah.
And I'll autograph any of them if that makes them worth more or less, whatever you're into.
Dude, Tommy John, he's got a surgery named after him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and his brother owns a chain of sub shops.
Jimmy John.
Jimmy John's.
That's it. How are their subs?
I couldn't tell you what a Jimmy John sub tastes like or looks like I've had it, but like it's one of those ones where like I couldn't like I know what a Jersey Mike sub, I know what a Subway looks
Yeah.
like. I think I remember what a Blimpie looks like.
Oh yeah, Blimpies.
But a Jersey, I know Quiznos.
yeah.
I know Schlotsky's.
Schlotsky's. Oh yeah, there's one over on
Remember
Charleston.
Schlotsky's?
Yeah, there's one.
Oh, I haven't been to Schlotsky's since college.
Oh, dude, there's one over like Charleston and Decatur or so.
Yeah, but I don't know what it must be fine. It must be like just a forgettable sub.
Yeah.
Jimmy John's. Must just be a generic.
They like Quiznos, their thing, they toast it,
Yeah, but they all toast them now.
Yeah,
Subway
so
toasts
who
it.
gives a
Everybody's
shit?
got wraps. Nobody's impressed with your
So like Mike,
barrel-made guacamole.
Jersey Mike's, they do the oil and vinegar, the Mike's way with all the spices and stuff. They got that signature.
I don't care for that. Mike's way.
Mike's way, yeah. I usually,
First of all, Mike's never there.
yeah, I've never seen him.
So I don't know why we need a quick order system for him. How often does he come in?
Yeah,
So we're making every new employee learn how Mike likes his sub. What a narcissistic piece of shit Mike is.
on the rare occasion Mike comes in. I wish
Like,
my name was
I don't
Mike.
know Mike, and I like their subs, but Mike is an asshole.
You know
like
what?
that is
Because they always ask you your name when you order there. So I'm gonna say my name's Mike.
Right.
My name's Mike, and I don't want it Mike's way.
Right.
I'm gonna go my Mike's way.
Yeah, or maybe even let's round up a bunch of Mikes and get them involved in a class action suit. We're like,
Yeah, this is not.
how dare you?
This is not how we do business around here.
Like, you know what I mean? At least say Mike whatever's way.
yeah, Mike.
Asshole.
Mike Pusadiccio.
Again, like, imagine any other business. Let's say, like, let's say you run a car wash business, okay?
All right, I'm listening.
And every car that you train every employee, and we all know car washes have 20 employees with towels, and you train every employee to tune the radio to Christian rock, the volume to 11.
I like where this is going. Is it Christian Scientist rock? How about that?
Perfect. Yeah, because I don't want them. I don't want any songs about somebody in a hospital. Only a grave. So yeah, crank Christian rock to 11. Lean all the seats straight back. Just straight back.
Cholo dropbacks.
Because that's how the boss likes his car. And what we do is we train every employee. Trunk open. I get up.
You know how many failed car washes are in that box of baseball cards?
Lug nuts loose. Loosen all my lug nuts. That's the way Todd likes it.
Todd's
Here
way.
at Todd's Car Wash. Yeah, and by default, we ask everyone, how'd you like your car wash today? Todd's way?
You know what pisses
we
me
just
off is-
roll back this piece of shit.
Because like when I go to Jersey Mike's, I usually get the roast beef, and I like it with mayo and mustard, not Mike's way. And they act like they're so offended.
Yeah.
They're offended that I
Wait,
don't want it Mike's way.
Hold on, what? Mike's doesn't have mayo or mustard?
No, it's like the oil, the vinegar with like the oregano and salt and pepper.
Oh yeah. Here's what
well, that's great on an Italian sub.
Well, I'll tell you this because you're close to my heart. But I think you're fucking up if you're not getting the Club Supreme.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you had that?
I have. That's like the one with the bacon and
This is roast beef, turkey, and bacon.
Yeah.
That's the sub. Okay. Look, the roast beef good. I don't like a regular club. Ham and turkey, I feel like it's weird.
yeah. Okay.
But roast beef, turkey, bacon.
That's a power move right there.
I'm telling you, that's the one to get. That
I'm
is the
in
sub.
with that. And you know what though? That wouldn't work with oil and vinegar on it. You need to get some mayo.
No, I get oil and vinegar on it, and
You-
mayo, and mustard.
Okay.
I also don't want onion. The name of the show is Nobody Likes Onions. And even extra mayo.
I always
It's
have to
gotta
ask for light
moisture.
lettuce. So I like a little lettuce, but they always like put like handfuls on.
If you ask for light lettuce, they just give you all the white pieces. It's real racist down there at the
Yeah.
old
Mike
Jersey.
Pusadiccio with his damn sandwiches and his
Fucking Mike. Like, it really is a dumb system. And by the way, I would understand if it was, if you're going to have, it's like having, Mike's way might as well be toothpaste and sawdust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, no one wants it like this.
Yeah.
It's like we
Because
all want at least mayo or mustard.
and I like pickles.
Of course. Who doesn't?
And Mike's way is not including pickles on there. I want some pickles.
I'm sorry, you run a pretty much a deli. Because I'm pretty sure they have like potato salad and shit, chips.
Chips.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's-
agree. They're fucking up a little bit with that. Mike's way. Get out of town.
Yeah.
And by the way, I guarantee you this too. 20 times a week, they ask somebody, you want a Mike's way? And they're like, yeah, sure, however it comes.
Yeah,
and
like,
they start building it, and someone's like,
like,
oh, no. How many times does it happen?
Oh, dude.
No, that's what we do
20
here. We
times
just
a
waste
day,
time.
dude.
We just have inefficiencies that we refuse to take out of our system. It's just how we roll here at Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, no, and it's like, hey, Subway. I'll give Subway's garbage food, but at least they sit there and walk you through the sandwich station. Do you want this on it? Do you want this on it? Bam, bam.
Well, you're
bam,
old
bam.
enough, like me, to remember Subway used to be a totally different thing.
Yeah,
I don't know when it changed. I would probably say around between 8 and 10 for me.
okay.
So probably around the same age for you. They used to have two breads, white and wheat.
yeah,
They used to carve a V
yeah. It was like the V
out of the sandwich.
center. Yep.
and pull this triangle pieced bread out of the top.
And they would like
And they
squirt
would
a
lay
bottle
all
of
your
mayo in
mayo
there.
down the middle. But you know what? Nothing ever fell out of your sandwich. So they would then they'd do your cheese and toppings, but you had a trench that was like, just loaded up with your toppings and then this wedge of bread on top, and you could eat the sandwich. It was glorious, and the bread was good.
It was good
It was
bread.
really good. Like I remember, I loved their bread. And then they came out with the all new. Hey, we've got 7 different kinds of bread now, and we're gonna start cutting everything just straight across.
And you never get someone that can cut the bread evenly.
It's it's always super thin on
There's
one
one part,
end.
yeah,
it's
there's
just it just tapers off into nothing.
Or like sometimes you'll even have like the end that's like fully like intact still, and just like kind of it's like shaves up off the top.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves. You do it all day. It should be muscle memory to like build a good sandwich. And it's also like one of those things where like, I know you don't give a fuck about my sandwich, but like, this is the highlight of my day.
Yeah.
Like, just know that. Like, the kind of asshole who moseys into Subway at 4 p.m. on a Thursday, life's not going well.
No.
Okay? This is a treat for him. You know?
Especially
Could you try?
Especially if
Could
they're
you
getting the
try?
$5 foot long.
Right. Like, could you try? Like, you've seen sandwiches.
Yes.
You know how you like your sandwich when you make one. Do it like that.
And for some reason,
all the meat's on one end. You got a half bite of bread
and your
with nothing in it.
corporate overlords have decided to call you a sandwich artist. So act like it.
Yeah, artist doesn't mean you can take leeways and don't have to answer to anybody. That's not what artist. Maybe that was the mistake.
That's
They're
the
just like,
mistake.
no, that's how I do
Oh,
it.
I'm an artist. See, this is my vision for the sandwich.
Well, it looks like shit and half the meat's hanging out of the bread. That's your interpretation. You know what I mean? That'll be $7.82. I thought it was a $5 footlong. Tax. It's California. There's an eat-in tax. There's a heat-up tax. This is a big scam that somebody told me to do at Quiznos, where you, first of all, if they toast your sub, there's a tax in California for a hot food.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then if you say you're eating in, there's an eat-in tax. So you always tell them. My friend told me this. It's like 7% or some shit. You just tell them you're leaving and change your mind and sit down and eat.
Yeah.
And then it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, first of all, ew that you know that scam.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially
I like the guy wealthy enough to eat at Subway, but only with a coupon. You know what I mean? Like only with a. I know a trick though to get. It's like, Subway, are you sure? I can get 7% off.
I was
It's like,
dude, with
okay.
the Bill and Melinda Gates divorce, I was reading about them going out to lunch with Warren Buffett recently. And there was like,
threesome?
He brings out coupons though, like at McDonald's. It'll be like, hey guys, hold on. I got this on a coupon. It's on me. Like one of the richest dudes
I
on
was
the
reading
planet.
that he gets like an egg McMuffin and a senior coffee every morning on the way to work. Like
Yeah.
he drives through himself and gets it, and like gets the senior
Yeah.
pricing and shit. And he's like, this is the one luxury I allow myself. It's like an egg McMuffin. Egg McBuffet?
That's it. You're a
That's
billionaire, dude, and you're old.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's like, who doesn't love an egg McMuffin?
I mean, if I was him, I'd be eating like lobster, filet mignon, like a couple.
Also,
times.
yeah. Well,
dude.
look. Yeah, and if that's what I like, I'll get a really good bacon, egg, and cheese bagel somewhere or something. You know,
I'm
what I
having
mean?
it flown in from the place I like the most or whatever.
But there is something to say. Everybody has their favorites when it comes to fast food, and everybody has their favorite thing at McDonald's, whether it's the fries or the Egg McMuffin or the whatever, and you can't get it anywhere else.
No.
Like, you'll never be able to make that Egg McMuffin, which I think also tastes different than it did when I was a kid now.
Yeah, it's not the same. You know what I found is at Walmart they have these hash browns, the frozen hash browns that are the closest I found to McDonald's hash browns.
Yeah, but how do you cook them?
I do them in my air fryer.
Oh, yeah. My air fryer is my favorite. We were talking about this today. What old men we've become.
Yeah, we're old.
At somewhere around 40, I stopped dreaming.
Oh, dude.
And I just want to be comfortable.
I just want sweatpants, my air fryer.
I need a car. I need a house.
I got a car.
I need, walking around money.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd like to just talk about the weather, and air fryers, the market,
air fryers.
Yeah, I know. I love
gas mileage. I like talking gas mileage now.
Air fryer is probably the best thing I've ever purchased for my kitchen.
Have
and
you
I
done
always
a
thought
hot dog in there yet?
No, but I'm not really a hot dog guy.
Okay.
But yeah,
I like the all beef Nathan's hot dogs. Those are pretty good.
I bet you do.
And then give me Nathan's all beef right in my mouth. But if you can, I slice like little slices down it, like grill marks kind of, and you put it in the air fryer, and they come out
like you're gonna make beanie weenie.
Yeah, like a beanie weenie. I don't know what beanie weenie is.
You don't know what beanie weenie is?
No.
Franks and beans.
Oh yeah, kind of like.
Oh yeah, we called it beanie weenie. No one called it this when they were a kid.
No.
I've talked to 7 people in the past week about beanie weenie. Don't ask me why; it just comes up. No one called it beanie weenie.
Never. I've never heard that until right now.
But it makes sense.
I get it.
There's a weenie
and a beanie.
But when you were a kid, you ate hot dogs and baked beans.
Yeah, Franks and beans.
That's like a kid food.
Yeah.
But you just called it Franks and beans. No, beanie weenie. This is insulting to me.
I mean, I'm down for a beanie weenie revolution.
No, I don't want that now. It sounds disgusting. As an adult, does that sound appetizing to you at all?
It's horrible. It sounds like.
But at the same time, if I go to like a barbecue place and they have like brisket baked beans, you're like, fuck yeah.
yes.
You like brown sugar, brisket baked beans. You're just like, I'm gonna come.
I know how to do good baked beans with like bacon baked beans, kind of like.
Yeah, they always do that.
Yeah.
Bushes.
Do the bacon first, and then throw like peppers and onions, and cook that in the bacon grease, and then add the beans.
Where's the ketchup come in? They always put ketchup in.
Oh yeah. I would put molasses in there instead.
I put Kool-Aid. Just grape Kool-Aid.
Grape Kool-Aid?
Yep.
Oh wow, that's some.
At the end.
That's interesting.
As soon as it's done, like when it has that beautiful crust on top of it, a gallon of grape Kool-Aid, and I double up the sugar. That's what I do. That's what I do. You guys can do whatever. I do Purple Source Rex. Why do I remember the flavor? I do Ecto Slimer
Cooler.
Ecto Cooler.
I'm an Ecto Cooler High C fan all the way. Can you get that still?
I'm sure.
There's got to be some like retro hipster bar that serves Ecto Cooler cocktails.
I don't even think you'd have to look that far. I bet it's at Costco.
Probably.
Yeah, I make everything in my air fryer, every other meal. Reheating things in it.
Grilled
the
cheese
best.
in there is good.
I've never done that. I made burgers in it for the first time the other day. That's one thing I don't like as well.
It kind of
like
comes out messy. Yeah.
They're just drier.
Frozen French fries are pretty good in there. Like, yeah.
Reheating French fries, which is something you can never do without a 40-minute oven escapade.
When I go to like burger spots now, I like to get the sampler platter of like the fried mushroom, zucchini, and all that stuff. Because I know if I don't finish it, the air fryer is going to make it brand new again.
Yeah, well, and it changes. Like now, some place that you would have never had delivered, you're willing to have delivery from it because, hey, I can have, even like, I get pizza from a place all the way across town that's like, by the time it gets here, it's always ice cold. It's just always ice cold.
Throw it in the air fryer.
But now 6 minutes out, you start warming up the air fryer, you lay that in there, you heat that thing for 3 minutes. It's just like it came out of the pizza oven.
Yep.
Just like it. I'm gonna.
What's your pizza spot across town?
I'm not saying.
You don't want to give
I'm
them.
not giving it away. I'll tell you my favorite pizza places in town, and it'll be one of these.
Okay.
I like Evil Pie.
I've had that.
Have you had that one?
Yeah.
That one's insane because I think you got to buy like a giant pizza.
Yeah. They got like rattlesnake pizza there and shit.
Yeah, alligator.
Yeah, alligator,
Like,
yeah.
Hummingbird.
Yeah, hummingbird pizza. They got toothpaste and sawdust pizza.
I would have a comedy club where I would have a comedy club where the Caesar salad croutons were just dried hummingbird chests.
Okay.
You know, bird bones have that crunch.
Yeah, it's got that.
The hollow bird bone crunch. You can't duplicate it. It can't be. You know what I mean?
I like roasted garlic.
Vegans can try to recreate it with
like-
twigs and stuff, but you can't.
I like roasted garlic hummingbird torsos.
Yep.
Those are the best ones.
Hummus bird.
Yeah.
You ever just blend up a few of them,
Oh,
dip
dip some.
some pita into it?
Oh, that sounds
Hummus.
delicious. Hummus birds.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh God, this got dark. What should we? Oh, your podcast. What do you do? So, what do you talk about on your podcast? What's the format? Is it just guests and gambling related
Usually,
stories?
like, people
or-
have good stories, but like not everybody's a big gambler, and so I kind of like to highlight other things you can do in Vegas besides that, and like what.
Yeah, you were talking about how you never go to the Strip. I think that's just a general. I go to the Strip, but when people come to town to
Yeah,
visit,
only
like,
when people
that's
come
what
to-
we save it for because
Yep.
it's like, God, I'll be so sick of it.
I've gone to a couple concerts there and stuff like that, but I mean, yeah, unless it's something like
Please
that.
tell me that was on camera.
I think you got
Bomped myself. Yeah, I've been to some concerts and stuff. And what's great, I really like the Killers, and I love that they're local because they do like resident deals all the time
Yeah.
for stuff.
And I like sometimes I'll do like find a funny local news stories and stuff and go over that because like there was a weird one I saw of like the CIA pigeon conspiracy here in town. Have you heard?
Excuse me?
Are you familiar
No,
with this?
but I saw something about a JFK
I did.
conspiracy. You've done an hour special of this.
I had a
on your-
Patreon request that.
Yeah, but what is this? Just go lightly over it. If people want to hear you talk about it for an hour, they
it's
can.
me just piss ass drunk talking about the JFK assassination.
What is your theory on this? Just roughly.
Well, I think
Second gunman.
there's definitely a second gunman.
Do you
involved.
think the book deposits? Do you think Lee Harvey Oswald was a gunman at all?
he might have been, but he was definitely in on it. Like he might have been the guy who designed
Just a distraction.
like or yeah, as a distraction or as the guy to get rid of the guns.
Okay.
Like there could have been a few, there.
So what? But what's the overarching conspiracy?
I think it was like a rogue element of the CIA that kind of were upset about how Cuba worked out, and they had put this plan together to assassinate Castro off the record. And when that wasn't going to work out, they realized we can use the same plan here for Kennedy and get the same result. And that's amp up the Cold War,
Right.
escalate Vietnam, like aggression against communism.
And then what's the pigeon one? Roger in the chat says the pigeons actually work for the NSA.
Okay, see, I knew there was a.
Get their classification.
I knew there was
right.
an alphabet a link somewhere in there. No, I've heard like
I don't know this one at all.
Well,
And
have
this
you
is
seen
involves Vegas,
Dude, yeah, well, okay. When I first moved here, like 2 years ago, Mike Bridenstine hit me up. He's like, "Hey, what's up with these pigeons?" And someone had been like putting cowboy hats on pigeons, and like they're like leaving them around town.
I too kind of remember this.
And some people were saying there was cameras in them to spy for the CIA.
It's like all these fucking like it's like the vaccine thing. Look, I got the vaccine. I don't know, like
Which one did you get?
Pfizer.
That's what I got.
So like I feel good about it. Whatever. Like it kind of feels like a weight off your chest. I don't know how much of that's psychological. I'm sure most of it.
Oh yeah.
But whatever. It feels good. But I'm not in this weird celebrating it thing that everybody's
Yeah.
doing where they're just like, my wedding day was good, but today's the best day. It's just like what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it feels weird. Like people have gotten so
I got a weird ass dude.
the posting with your picture
On my second
just
shot,
like-
I got really sick. I felt sick the next day.
Yeah, I was just achy and like run down, headaches.
I had
tired.
the chills.
Yeah, everybody gets chill. I had chills and was tired. I slept a lot.
I slept a lot too. But then a few days later, I got a random rash out of nowhere for like 2 days, and then it
A
went
lot
away.
of people have said that.
Yeah.
And I've heard that they're saying that people who don't have the vaccine, who spend a lot of time with people who do have the vaccine, are shedding. They're getting some.
Weird.
Yeah, because, and then Pfizer even admitted, like, literally, like, coming in contact with somebody who's had the vaccine exposes you to the protein endpoints that can kind of cause you to have a reaction to it.
Weird.
So it's such a weird, like, that's what weirds me out is like, we don't really, this is a new kind of vaccine, and it was
my
rushed
thing-
a lot. And it's also weird, like, how it's all political. The reason I don't know what to believe or how to feel about any of it, because I just know how politicized it is on both fucking sides. Like, on the one hand, you have footage of Kamala Harris and Biden. Like, I'll never trust a vaccine that was developed under Trump. I'll never.
Yeah.
Biden gets in office. Now it's just like, look what Biden did.
Look what-
We all
yeah.
like,
We got the rollout. Here we
Get the
go.
vaccine. Hurry up and get it. And it's like, but you all said he was evil and we shouldn't get this.
Well, it's
And
like the same thing where, as they were
It's just like,
well, dude,
ugh.
the thing that really like made me laugh.
And now they're having trouble getting people too, by the way.
well, like what made me laugh was, remember when they were impeaching Trump, but they also approved. They were saying he's a traitor because of Russia. But then during that impeachment, they gave him the largest military budget in history.
Right.
And so it's like, if he's that evil and he's that, why would you give him that much bombing power?
Right.
You like, there's no consistency to this messaging at all. Like,
Yeah, and then by the way, Biden gets in and bombs Syria
Immediately.
like a month later.
Yeah.
It's like, do you guys think that it's different?
Yeah,
Do you guys think the war machine? It's like the same companies that were profiting off the war machine of the Republicans are still the contractors for the government who are profiting off
it's
all the guys with the.
And even if they're
the
Republicans or Democrats,
lobbyists and stuff,
these people are all in the same DC area country clubs, no matter what party they're in.
I love it.
Their mutual interests are all aligned to keep profiting.
That's
you know?
always been and will never change. The problem now is like they've literally like radicalized this dopey group of internet idiots for their cause. It's like, so people now have never been more, we went through the phase for the past 10 or 15 years where we're like, can you believe it? We have all the answers at our fingertips. I can go, you can put an end to any argument like right away. And now it's like, well, we can both find facts and websites that back up what we're saying.
Whatever we want it. Yeah.
So like now it's that, and then it becomes just like, oh, will you read that? Oh, you listen to that guy? Oh, it's like, so according to you, CNN's never lied and Tucker Carlson's never told the truth?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like it's probably
all these
in the middle.
Like literally all of them lied to get in the Iraq war.
Right.
Yeah,
and look, everything's solved.
It's funny. I saw like that one commentator, David Frum, complaining about Tucker this week, but he was basically saying like, look, when I was fighting for the Iraq war, it was because of this. But when he was doing it, it was because he was being an asshole.
Yeah, it's literally just like just reframing the same
like,
bullshit.
We're both making the same horrible argument
and over and over again, ad nauseum. Really, it's fucking.
But with the vaccine, to me, it was just like I'm getting it. I was able to get it kind of early through my work, and I was like, I'm getting it because when a certain percentage number of people get this thing, I can go to concerts and ball games and shit again. And I want to do that.
What annoys me is just like it doesn't seem to matter whether you have it or not because they still want you to mask up. And I guess they're starting to right now. I think they're opening everything full capacity.
Yeah, I went to Red Rock
Cirque
last week for Kentucky Derby.
Yeah,
and
that
was like my first time going in like a while. And it was.
I didn't know. I learned on your podcast that all the Triple Crown runners are 3 years old.
3 years old,
so they can only do it once.
They only do it
in their life.
1 year.
They have one shot.
One shot. But like, there's like the Santa Anita Derby.
Nuts.
There's the Breeders' Cup and Santa Anita Derby, and so those are the ones.
That sounds like a swinger party.
The Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, Jesus Christ! It's just like, do you drink out of it?
Yeah, we all swap it around.
Just come, right? We're
a big
breeders.
cum mug.
Ooh, come on.
That should be the next crypto cum mug.
That's what you get your keys out of at this party.
It's just everybody goes to pull the keys out. There's dripping with jizz.
Breeders' Cup.
But like you could get like 5 Kentucky Derby winners all in one Breeders' Cup because it's been different years that they all won.
What?
Yeah, because they'll race. Some of them will race till like 8, 9, 10
Yeah.
years
So
old.
who was the last Triple Crown winner?
What was it? I can't remember the name. American
Robert's Folly.
Yeah.
It's always some dumb name.
Yeah, it's like, and you know what's funny is the names, if they're going to be like you're going to be trying to submit this horse for the Derby, you can't change the name ever. So once the horse is registered,
Well, I
the
just
name,
went through this with my dog because the American Kennel Club.
Okay.
So like my dog is an F1 Golden Doodle. That means she's a first cross. Like her mother was a retriever, her dad is a poodle. It's usually the other way around. But an F2 would mean 2 Golden Doodles. An F1B would be like a Golden Doodle mated back with a poodle.
Okay.
And then an F2BB would be like a Golden Doodle mated with an F1B Golden Doodle. Like, so it gets like, or like an F1B Golden Doodle mated back to a
What
poodle
bathroom
again.
is the Golden Doodle allowed to use?
So you just get like you go from like 50% poodle to like 75% poodle to what's the next one?
75% retriever.
12 and a half, 87.5%.
Okay,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the more poodle it is, the poodle traits they want are the coat. It's not shedding, it's hair. It's not fur. It's a finer. So like my dog doesn't shed.
Okay, that's
Like
cool.
so I have like she's white. He's white. Sorry, it's white.
That.
I don't know what race it is. It hasn't been pulled over yet, but we'll find out.
We'll find out once he gets the license.
That's a good joke. That might go in the stand-up. That's funny. I don't know what race she is. She hasn't been pulled over yet. That's great. Sorry, I have to pat myself on the back every once in a while. I go dead in the eyes. But yeah, so I have like a dark couch, and she doesn't like, like most dogs would leave. And it's not like none comes off, like, but it's like you and I. It's hair. Yeah. It's not fur. So it's
not like
kind of interesting.
A regular retriever would be like shedding like crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like her because she doesn't have the like curly hair like a poodle, because I think that's a gay look.
My mom had a white lab that would like shed everywhere.
Yeah. They're just, and I like those dogs. Like
They're
retrievers
nice.
are great dogs.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point. It's like this has the temperament, the loyalty,
That's cool.
like, the personality of a retriever with the whatever a poodle has. I don't know what the benefits of a poodle are, but they're the same. It's weird. Like the father's name, and they're all the longest names. It's like, Cornelius, sire of Buckingham, and Sharon, dame of happiness. Like they're the longest. Like, what the fuck is happening?
This is a dog?
Dame of happiness. This is like a hand job place on Sunset Boulevard.
Well, with the horses too, a lot of times they'll combine the mother and father's names.
Right.
So it'll be like
I love that Seinfeld. His mother was a mother.
His mother was a mother.
Father was what did I just say?
No, it's like let's say there's a horse named like Golden Whiskey and another horse named like Tequila Sunrise. So it might be, Whiskey Sunrise would be the sun.
Right. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I want to give him a name that just they have to beep out the whole thing.
Yeah.
And put in like substitute characters on the screens at the race.
Yeah, it'd be a funny name for a horse. Just don't actually say the word, but just have the N word.
What about
N-word is the name of the horse?
Cocksucker shit cunt? Also, just because of the tongue twister it is, the announcer.
Yeah, the cocksucker shit comes around the corner.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to say, why is he British and country?
That's how the guy at Santa Anita sounds.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think poodles are supposed to be really intelligent waterfowl hunting dogs. Okay. So it'll be good to know that I can throw her in the swim spa when it comes. And if I turn it up to 104 degrees, soup. Yeah, I've never been to a horse. I have been to a horse race. I used to play poker at a horse track. So I guess I'm technically been to a horse. I was in the building of the.
You didn't go watch the races or bet on them?
They'd watch them because they'd be on the screens, and they'd also have the other tracks and stuff around.
You know what I like?
This was Florida though.
I like
don't
going
know.
to the
parimutuel betting and shit.
Yeah, like Saturday nights like this, where they have the late night trotters at some of the West Coast tracks.
Excuse me?
So it's like quarter horses.
Oh, okay. Late night trotter sounds like you ate something bad and you had to get out of bed. I got the late night trotters running down my leg.
No, like,
Trying to make the toilet.
no, trotters are quarter horses, so they only run a quarter mile. So they basically just run the first turn around the thing, and that's it.
What?
Yeah, it's like,
Why?
and it's like, dude, it's like drag races.
Are they disabled or just tired?
No, dude, they're like the way they breed these
This
things.
is like a sprint car then.
Yeah,
This
they're
is
like huge. They're like way buffer.
So
dude.
like they don't have the endurance.
yeah. But like they breed them for these
But
short.
they could be
sprints.
any of these longer form race
Oh
horses.
yeah, out the gate.
Out the gate.
Oh, easy. Like,
Okay.
and so the races go real quick. So it's fun going like to the casino late night and do the simulcast wagering with them because they're running like every 5-10 minutes.
Now, what can you do on the apps? Can you do sports betting?
Oh, yeah, you can bet
horse
on
betting?
darts, dude.
And what apps do you use? Like, what should I get?
I use the William Hill one and I use the Boyd Gaming one because Boyd has casinos all over town.
Right.
And wherever I am, that's a fun one. And I like the William Hill one, though, because I can do my deposits at like 7-Eleven and CVS.
But do they have more, or is like MGM? Is that William Hill, or what are the?
Caesars is through William Hill.
Okay.
MGM has their own whole thing. I have the app. I haven't used it yet. I haven't set up the account.
Do you get like a referral code?
No, but dude, the William Hill one's cool because you get a $50 bonus, and then they give you like $10 bonuses like every couple months or whatever, every month or so. That's fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get into it. I kind of want to get into it, but I don't really want to get into it.
Let me take a look.
Once you can gamble with your phone in your hand, it's just dangerous.
Yeah. No, it can,
Coming from the mentality of a man who's like, just hold on to your Bitcoin.
like, okay, here's what
I buy Bitcoin, by the way, every week still.
I do too. I've been doing
With
that for a few months
Coinbase.
now.
Yeah. I didn't do it.
You know, you get cheaper fees on Cash App. You just transfer it over.
What?
Cash App has cheaper Bitcoin fees than Coinbase does.
Transfer from Cash App to Coinbase?
Coinbase wallet, yeah.
I don't know how any of that works. It's just set up on my bank. I've never used Cash App.
Cash App's pretty cool. It's basically the Twitter's Venmo.
Right.
But you can buy Bitcoin. You can buy stocks on there too.
Yeah, this is all getting too much. Facebook has a cash.
Yeah.
Messenger.
Dude, have you seen
Everybody
the new
wants
Twitter tip
Twitter's
jar?
doing tipping now. Yeah, what
Yeah.
the fuck is this?
Okay, so look at they got pro basketball, pro baseball, pro hockey, pro football, college football, PGA Tour,
And does this have all the like prop bets
Yep.
and stuff too?
UFC, boxing, tennis, European soccer, Mexican soccer, U.S. soccer, international soccer, college basketball, international golf, European basketball, auto
Mexican
racing.
soccer, is that just soccer with knives?
Yes. they kicked the losing cockfighter out around the yard.
It's just a donkey party and knives on the field.
Women's pro basketball, Canadian football, rugby.
How much action on that women's pro basketball?
Oh,
That's what I want to know.
I have a futures bet on the Vegas Aces to win the WNBA
Is that a real
championship.
team?
Yeah. We got a women's team in town, dude. We should become the celebrity Vegas Aces fans.
Jesus
Because we would be the
Christ.
most famous people there.
Which skating rink do they
We'd
play
be
at?
the only two people there. They play at Mandalay Bay.
Just in a restaurant,
Yeah,
or
they play
just
the-
in a slot pit?
They play in the
They just
they
clear
play
out
in
a
the horse book. They
blackjack.
play in the horse book. They're like, hey, we're gonna bring this horse race out for you for a while.
Just like block off the valet lane for a while.
You can do darts though. Cycling.
I can't. I
You get
can't bring
darts?
myself to do it.
I mean, hey, it's not for everybody, man.
I like darts,
Darts
but
is
I
fun
didn't
to
know
play.
there was like a league you could bet on. Bowling, I bet you can bet.
Pro darts is huge in England. I ask your British fans. I think. It's
Hey, British
pro darts.
fans, are darts? I've never seen that much of it over there.
I've watched
Karaoke and drinking.
I've watched like the dart championships from London on ESPN before.
Okay,
So I'm guessing it's pretty big there if that's where they have like the world
they
champion.
throw them. They throw them different.
Yeah, they throw them with on the left side of the road. I don't know if that makes any sense.
I just want to sit in it. I just like to sit in the moment. Oh God, yeah. I saw Twitter was doing that.
Let me redo that one. I got a better.
Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. We'll wind it up for another go.
They put malt vinegar on the darts.
One more time. Try it one more time. You can do it this time. I really believe it.
They have bad teeth.
Yeah. So have you done the Twitter tip? I don't really tweet that much. I've tweeted 3 times in the past 3 years.
yeah, you're not.
And they've all been recent.
So yes.
Yeah. Well, I was doing an experiment. I tweeted whites are the worst. And I wanted to see what happened. And in about a week, I'm going to tweet blacks are the worst. And I just want to see what happens.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know what's going to happen.
Then do Jews after that. You know, you can keep
I'm
going
not
with
saying
it.
people. I'm not saying people. That's a weird way for your head to take it.
Okay.
But laundry.
I mean, Twitter for me is a place to find sports gambling tips and dick jokes.
Did you ever hear that?
Really stupid dick jokes.
Let's end with a throwback since you're an old guest and haven't been on for a while. But I hope you all come on more, man.
Yeah, dude.
Now that you're in town and we're all getting vaccinated and shit.
Yeah, man.
Did you ever hear the song "Do the Laundry" that we've played on this show?
No.
So the history of this is there was a off-Broadway musical in New York City that was put on by some
like off Broadway. It sounds
some group of really Aryan-minded.
Oh, so like the producers, but for real.
I guess
Springtime for Hitler.
Yeah, it wasn't really aimed at the Jews as much as it was aimed very pointedly at black people.
What about black Puerto Ricans? Them too.
No, I think as long as they were black,
they were just in the crosshairs.
They got the brunt. Now let me see if I can find.
You got a musical number from this?
Well, this, and by the way, I'm the only one with these, as far as I know. The internet's been scrubbed of these songs.
Oh, dude! So this oh man, this is gonna get me canceled, and
it's not gonna get canceled. We played it before. Look, we're saying they're heinous.
We're saying this is bad.
Yeah, we're saying they're the worst.
Yeah, okay, I'm on board with that.
But at the same time, they're hilarious. So this is one called "Do the Laundry." You tell me, how did you get your hands on it? It's so rare. Just way back, you know. Hold on. Okay, let me restart it. Tell me what you think.
When your shirts get dirty, are you keeping them clean? Have you forgotten how to use a washing machine?
What?
We'll remind you what to
Oh, it gets. You'll see.
Unless you sort the lights and darks, you'll ruin all your clothes. Put the white over here and the colors over there. Before it's too late, separate and do the laundry. Take a stand, make it clear. Have pride in what you wear.
I mean, are you getting it?
I get where they're coming from. I see what they're doing.
It's pretty light right now, but when the bridge comes,
It's gonna really.
they take it to another level of the metaphor.
Why would you take the chance? You'll muddy up your undershirts if you wash them with dark pants.
Jesus.
Place your clothing into piles, make sure that they're contained.
Cause if you mix the whites with darks, the whites are gonna get stained. Over here.
I mean, what they're saying isn't technically wrong. From a laundry perspective,
they're making some valid points.
Take a stand, make it
I just feel like there's a different meaning.
I think there's a definite double
feels-
entendre here.
Here we go. Here's where it gets
A double entendre.
strong-handed. And they're good at singing and it's catchy.
If you open up the washer and you find the colors bled onto the white, stay cool, don't lose your mind. Shout and get the darkness out, it's still within your reach.
We can still restore to the way things were before.
Open up that washer door and pour in bleach.
Yeah. Bleach them out. Bleach them out.
Bleach them out. Bleach them out.
Oh my.
Everybody, come on.
Put the whites over here and the colors.
It's very.
It's pretty catchy.
I gotta
I get-
tell you, like musically, there's worst racist songs,
Yeah, there is.
and then they followed it up. Thoughts on that one, first of all, because
Well,
that's a first for you.
You know, as a aspiring laundromat owner, I get what they're coming to say.
I get where they're going with it. You're like, it's really just teaching kids values.
Yeah, it's just this is common sense, guys. You know, not everybody knows it. You don't want to be like Homer Simpson and throw the red hat and the white laundry and wear a pink shirt to work and go to the loony bin.
I get it. Now, what do you think this one is more or less direct? Think about it.
Okay. I'm terrified of what's coming though.
No, come on. This is called I Hate Mondays.
The morning comes and I open my eyes to the lies that come with the sunrise. Then I shout out to the skies. I hate Mondays. Roll out of bed and I make a fist, cause it's time to blacklist the blacklist. There's one day that would never be missed. I hate Mondays.
Lazy Mondays.
I hate liars and I hate losers.
I mean, who doesn't?
And people who think they're smarter than me.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
think a lot of people are probably smarter than this dingy broad.
You hate people who think they're smarter than
Yeah.
you? That's weird.
That's very weird.
Mature, but I hate Mondays more.
It gets really the bridge of this.
They're everywhere. Say a prayer and beware of the nightmare. We got a burning cross to bear.
Whoa.
That is.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's.
Red alert. We got a 3-alarm dinger over here.
Monday after Monday after Monday after Monday.
They're multiplying.
Oh. Yeah, you get 52 Mondays a year. That's
Shiftless Mondays.
And I hate cowards.
What do losers and cowards have to do with race?
yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that's all around.
Cause I think pride's worth fighting for. So I
You ready for the bridge?
Mondays more.
Because it gets good.
A man once had a dream. His dream makes me wanna scream.
I don't
Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
ever seen a sight as pretty as Katrina.
Hurricane Katrina.
I hate
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen a. What did I play? What did I just play? No, that was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a sight as lovely as Katrina.
Wow.
See, it's so removed from it now that we don't even know what that was referencing, but like, fuck.
You know what
like,
I keep-
what is this?
You know what I keep picturing too is like some kid that just moved to New York from Nebraska. It's like, Mom, Dad,
I got casted.
I got casted. I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
I got my big break. What's Hurricane Katrina? Can you explain that to me? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like just some
I
naive,
can't even
rude-
remember the name of the musical, but it had these girls were famous. There were like these two like little twin Aryan girls that were like raised in like the deep woods and the KKK. They were famous because they like sang songs and they were like. I remember they were on like a 60 Minutes or something. They were just like, "Is this child abuse?"
Yeah,
like,
it definitely is.
Like it's weird because we live in a country where you're kind of allowed to do what you want.
Yeah.
So it's like, and unfortunately, that like if you're allowed to raise your kids to be Catholic or Christian.
If your kids
That's just as
here's the
much
thing,
of a
though,
mental illness, I feel like.
if
you
your
know?
kids are going on like 60 minutes
Well, I guess
and
it's not
hitting the
hate
road,
based.
if you're hitting the road with a racist act, and
Yeah, with
like,
your jigaboo
'cause
jamboree.
the kids clearly aren't booking their gigs and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's the
Right. That's the thing. Is also like Christianity and religion, even though I could be argued that religion is the root of all war, they don't outwardly preach, just openly preach hate and discrimination.
Dude, think of like a racist Joe Jackson stage parent type situation where they're like abusive. Like, no,
Right.
your hatred's not
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
off strong enough during that third act. Like,
as a person of color, I'm trigger. Oh, the musical was called White Noise, which makes sense.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah. They were called Prussian Blue. Yeah, that was the name of the
two little
band I think they had.
Wow.
Either way, it's nuts. And like, I don't know, like the problem is once your kids get out in the
Think of
real
the
world, you
desperate
gotta
theater
feel
owner,
bad
like,
for them.
Oh, the last few theaters that come through shows that come through here flopped.
Yeah.
Oh, I need something. I need anything. God, give me an answer.
Yeah.
Give me a show that can pack the seats in. They're like, and like just
White noise.
white noise comes walking through, and they're like, "Hey, we got something for you."
Yeah. Do you hate your neighbors? Do they smell different than you? Can you feel when they come over on your Ring doorbell too? It doesn't pick them up because they are too dark.
That is. Woo!
They're probably looking for your car. Be careful where you park. One lives right over there. There's another over there. Hide your family now. Make sure they don't get too near you.
Man, like
Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you? What's even the like?
and you know
You've raised your weird family in this weird racist cult. Like, all right, next stop, New York City. We have to start getting the word out. Like, this is bolder than Scientology.
Yeah,
says.
dude.
This is bolder than like, any religion recruiting anybody. It's just like, have you
also-
heard the good news about the bad news about black people?
the terrifying thing about it to me in a way is like I didn't realize like white supremacists were so cultured. I don't think of these guys
Right.
sitting around like writing musicals. I just think of them like,
Well, it's like-
whittling a new burning cross, basically.
Right, but it's like the Scientologists, at some point they realize we need a movie
need a
studio.
movie,
we got to set up a...
we need a propaganda wing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're going to need somebody who knows how to work a printing press and does graphic design.
Yeah, we need some graphic.
Like, even the KKK needs a logo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all
Like,
about branding these days.
Oh,
Can you imagine being the
God.
white noise social media director? Okay.
Follow us on InstaClan. Oh, God. Everybody's username has to start with a K. It's got a lot of weird rules.
So- oh, man.
Oh, fucking hell.
Dude, no, 'cause like,
I think that was probably 2005 or 6 when that came out, and it was like, what the
when you think
fuck?
of like musical, like are they called playwrights still if they're doing musicals? But like when you think of like a Stephen Sondheim or like a Andrew Lloyd Webber, I'm not picturing them like doing this from like a white power militia base like in the Pacific Northwest.
Well,
Like,
you're not imagining hard
I'm
enough.
not, like
This is why you don't have an award-winning off-Broadway
This is why-
racist
Yeah.
musical.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out with a
Dream bigger, Scott.
yeah. I'm gonna make one that's make really hate on the Irish.
Okay.
It's gonna be a potato famine musical
Called McLovin. With M-I-C-K.
Okay, yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
I can't think of an insulting one involving Mick. Mick. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Scott, where can people find the podcast to check you out? Do you have a website? Do you have
Go to anywhere podcasts are available. Look up the Luck Stops Pod with Scott Bowser, and
and you got like 40 of them, over 40 now. You're like
I'm like
cranking.
43. Yeah,
You're cranking.
I've been doing 2 a week lately. So unless
All right,
I
well,
have,
don't get ahead of yourself.
Nah.
This is how you burn out.
but hey, I like talking to 2 people a week because normally I don't talk to anybody. So
Yeah. Well, if you ever invite me on, and look, this
Yeah,
is
dude,
not
I need to have you
begging.
on soon,
This is
man.
not begging, but if you ever invite me on, I have a story that is fucking insane. It happened to me in 2005 or 6. It's a gambling story that you'll never hear because it happened at a carnival,
oh, okay, this sounds fascinating.
and I lost $1,500.
oh, I can't wait to hear this one.
But I got to go back because I talked about it on my podcast when it happened in like 2005 or 6. So I'll go back and listen to the story, make sure all the little details are fresh.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the most embarrassing cringe things that's ever happened to me, and I'm just an idiot. I'm
Yeah.
just an idiot who got taken by a carnival game. Like, of course it's a scam.
Yeah,
Like, of course it's a fucking scam.
like a carny is a different level of gambling.
Oh god,
game
I
operator.
imagine like in the carny tent.
Have you
That night when they're sitting around, where they're all just having a cigarette, talking about the day, and just going like, "How about you, Carl? What a fucking lucky guy today. That one fat fuck."
Or, have you heard about like the old timey like Southern carnivals or whatever that would like they would have
coming
like
to town and rape?
no, they would have like the nudie tent though, or it'd be like the beat up old stripper from Chicago that flunked out of town years ago.
Yeah.
just pops up one night only in different carnival tents around the country.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like something.
A pop-up strip club.
Pop-up strip clubs.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Well,
fun.
why wouldn't there be a groupie for that only? Like, look, if I'm a failed stripper or
some carny
or a
poon,
whore, like I'll just follow around the carnival. There's 38 guys who run the rides who are horny as fuck, missing teeth. Yeah. So it's not like they're going to be scratching up any local tail, you know. I know when they get paid. I know they have cash on them after running some of these games all day.
Yeah.
They're definitely steal. Yeah, like you'd be a smart hooker, I think.
What if
You'd
we
be
started
safe.
our own like sex work business where we contract ladies to follow the carnies around?
Carnival.
The carnival.
The carnival.
The carnival.
Carnival. Yeah.
I like it.
I think that's it. We just like, look, you're worthless. You're unskilled.
Yeah, you know,
you've got a wet hole.
You don't have much going for you.
Right.
These guys will at least pay for it.
You'll be protected every night in the compounds of the carnival.
Yeah. We'll give you 2 padlocks on your trailer.
You're gonna see some of the most exclusive state fairgrounds in these here United States.
We'll even give you your own little lockbox that you can keep inside your trailer.
Oh yeah, or you know, one of the elephants died. We got a cage with some hay. Just take your pretty little makeup. But you know, these broken strippers always have one thing they've held on to that they've had since they were a kid.
Yeah.
It's always a music box that's broken.
Yeah, it's like basically slightly out of tune.
My mother gave this to me when she was dying while giving birth to me, and my father was beating up a man in Burger King. I never met him. They always have one thing. This half of a charm that was given to me.
The other half's out there somewhere.
Right, yeah. I just gotta
know.
find her. Miss Hannigan.
Yeah, my mother has the other half, and one day I'll find her.
Oh, God. All right, Scott Bowser. You can check him out. Here's all of his socials. Thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you for having me, man. This was a lot of fun. Yeah,
we did a loose one. We didn't really plan anything, but I think it was fun to just shoot the shit. And we'll do more. We'll have you back more.
For sure, dude.
We'll hang out.
Can't wait.
Even though we live across town, which is... It's not as bad as LA across
No, dude,
town.
I was just gonna say that because like, dude, it was like it's like 16 miles, I think, to my pad.
Yeah.
It only took me like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
because I live right off the freeway.
It's all highway.
It's
yeah,
all freeway.
it's all
And
it's such an
in LA, that would have been
freeway. We're all freeway in LA.
That would have been an hour and a half trip in LA.
Oh yeah. Yeah. When I lived in Burbank, and like you would have, I had some friends live in like fucking like Culver City or something, and they'd just be like, "Yeah, I'll see you Thursday. I'll leave Wednesday." Like what?
Yeah, totally, dude.
Or whenever I had to like fly out of LAX from Burbank, it's just like,
oh god,
getting someone to give you a ride was just kind of a fuck you. Like I'll just fly to Burbank. Burbank was great because I could leave an hour before my flight, go to, get an Uber to the airport,
right there,
right through security, walk on the fucking plane. It was so nice.
That is nice.
But LA, yeah, it's funny how 20 miles in LA is not the same.
20 miles Vegas.
And it also depends on time. You know, 20 miles in LA at 3 a.m. might be a breeze. 20 miles in LA at 2 p.m. might be a fucking nightmare, and you wish you would have brought a birthday cake for your first 3 born children, because that's how long you're going to be in the car. Scott, thanks for being here. Everybody else, thanks for being here as well. Remember, join the Overdose. Use promo code UNBOTHERED. Still working. 20% off. Support the show. Again, we have merch. Going, grab some of that over at nobodylikesonias.com/store. I'm gonna give Scott one of these hats laid on the table here. Sweet. Let him pick one of those as well. I just want people wearing my hat because you know,
I'm all about rock and swag.
It's
dude.
merch.
I always will.
We'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you deploy if you listen to the show, boy. Patrick Melton faces have you stacking NLO point. It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. Gonna make the taco pony party be a party of soul. To make you vandalize a van with a pedal sticker so bold the family probably get arrested before they get down.